Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and it's Friday, so hopefully all y'all are ready to get your weekend kicked off the right way. I will say, usually during the offseason we've been doing Friday happy hour, but now since it's Madden season, we're going to have a little bit of a happy hour, but really concentrate on Raiders, Buffalo Bills, Week 2 Madden simulation, and that'll be coming up here in about an hour from now. In terms of what exactly is going to be happening on today's show is lots and lots of Josh Jacobs discussions. We're going to be getting into the latest around the star running back, and saw some interesting reports out there from an ESPN insider. Saw some interesting things out there from an NFL agent on what they are predicting ends up happening with the Raiders running back. On top of that, with some trade rumors that have been floating out there due to some recent reports from Tom Pelissero to guys like Jeremy Fowler, I don't think it's impossible to say that if Jacobs ends up holding out, a trade could ultimately go down. What have we learned about this Raiders organization? If you don't buy in, they're not going to sit here and take that. So I decided to get a little bit crazy. I have some Josh Jacobs trade ideas. As always, you can use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. Get those questions, comments on the show. And then a Raiders Buffalo Bills Week 2 simulation. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in to the watch party. Right now, we got 150 people watching, only 50 likes. My question to you is this: if Jacobs holds out, will the Raiders try to trade him? I'm not saying that they will trade him. I'm saying, do you think if July 17th rolls around and, well, they don't get a big-time extension done, so now he can't sign an extension. Now his only option is to sign the franchise tag. Jacobs then says, well, I'm not going to sign the franchise tag. You're either going to pay me some serious cash or I ain't playing. That could be a serious situation, no doubt about it. So do you think that the Raiders ultimately end up then trying to move on from the running back, type T for trade, type K for keep? Rebel Montana says that they're going to end up keeping him. Yvonne's typing T for trade. Vincenzo Peoples typing K for keep. Appreciate everyone tuning in right now. What up, Juan Hernandez? K for keep as well. So, without further ado, we got to welcome in Jeremy Chuggs, as always, our sidekick co-host here on the Raiders Report.
Let's go!
Big day today with another must-win simulation game against the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, a lot of people say week 2, it's just the week 1, but 1 week after.
I've heard the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's a wild concept right there. Everybody give a warm welcome into Chuggs. If you do, we'll give you a shout-out. Huge shout-out to Raul Portillo, Raider Muerte. What up, Martin, David, Hendry? We got CGI All-Stars, and then our brand new member on Mount Raider More. Everybody show some love to yesterday's MVP, Patrick B. What up, Patrick? What up? No, I just saw Borelli. That's not good. So, what up, Rebel? What up, Donald Turner? I will say, we will be doing something a little bit different today. My biggest goal today is I want to try to take down the Mega Boot. And if you don't know what the Mega Boot is, it's 6 beers in one, okay? So essentially, every time we get to 100, I'm going to pour a beer into this. So instead of me just, taking the beer, chugging it for every Hondo, no, I'm going to take it, pour it in the boot, and you guys can watch it fill up. Once it gets filled, giggity, then we're going to knock it back. However, Borelli, if you send in a 1 Hondo, I'll let you pick what you want. I can either put 3 beers in there instantly, or you can have me take down a boot if you do decide to send in a 100. So it's totally up to you. So again, what we're going to be talking about today is a lot of Josh Jacobs. And I mean, if you have any questions around the Raiders running back, I do imagine that they will be answered today. And then what I was excited for, another awesome Madden watch party. So I got to know who you got. You got the Las Vegas Raiders, you got the Buffalo Bills, and Chuggs. I think we got to go with the same deal we did yesterday.
I agree. Any super chat, you can predict the score of this game. Any super chat, if you predict the score correctly before we start the sim, I'll go ahead and do a beer bong. And I'll keep my deal yesterday as well. If it's $50 or more and you super chat the correct score of the game, I'll do a boot.
Okay. I'm in that deal as well. I'm down. Though, if Patrick B guesses it right again, I'll say this. If Patrick B guesses the correct score again, okay, doesn't have to be over 50, I'll do a boot for him. Since he got it right yesterday, if you didn't see the game yesterday, the Raiders, they took down the Denver Broncos 27-17 in a very close game.
And just letting you know, if somebody super chats the score that you're thinking, you can also super chat that.
Double down it.
If there's multiple people that have the correct score, that's how many beer boots we're doing. That's how many beer bongs we're doing.
Also, Queen Sarah Otto in the chat. Hopefully you had an awesome time with hubby yesterday. Congratulations again, celebrating 11 years together, 9 years of marriage. Oh. Huge accomplishment. And I don't know, I've seen Sarah Otto. I remember that one picture she shared. There was like 10 kids, which 10 kids, 11 years being together. I don't know, Sarah. I'm doing the math together. Are we about to add another? You can let me know. What up, Max? What up, Robert? Brian Dar, Redefined. I see nothing but LVs in the chat. So how about this? Let's get some score predictions flowing in right now here for this game. The Buffalo Bills, we also ran a simulation for their Week 1 game. So not only are we going to be doing Raiders Madden simulation, we literally simulated all the games for Week 1. So the Bills, they took down the New York Jets. They're 1-0. The Raiders are 1-0.
Also, if you want to see the latest AFC West standings, according to Madden.
According to Madden, this is what it is right now. It's Raiders 1-0, Chiefs 1-0, Chargers 1-0. The Broncos are sitting there at 0-1. So if the Raiders do make the playoffs in our Madden sim, we're going to know exactly where they rank, where they stack up, because I want to make this as real as humanly possible. So let's go back to the predict the score. Raiders-Bills one more time here. We got CGI All-Stars 31-20. Going to go with Las Vegas. Henry Posada 30-21. Bills get the dub. 34-31 Las Vegas from Junior. 28-26 LV from Javier. Raiders 30. Bills 17. Vincenzo 27-23. Las Vegas gets the win. I will never pick the Raiders to lose as long as I do these Madden sims. So, for that being said, I do expect a higher scoring game. I'm going to go 34-31. Raiders get the win.
Nice. I like it.
So, Max Payne's going to go 24-21. Mike Montez 27-20. LV gets the dub. Now, to get more people here to our watch party, Friday happy hour, if you will, if you could, throughout today's show, don't be afraid to click that like button. Don't be afraid to hit that share button because, well, we can get it wild. Oh, man. Patrick B going with a big-time bet here. He's got the Raiders winning 35, and the Bills 27. That's a boot for you, and that's a boot for me if he guesses it correct.
I mean, just putting it on the table.
I'll tell you what, that's a big-time bet right there.
First day in Mount Raidermore, he said,
here you go.
let me put it there.
He's like, I got 2 dogs as a picture, and here's my bone. Right there. Unbelievable.
Oh,
so that's the score for Patrick B. And remember, y'all, if you want to be featured here on the show, and super chat, questions, all that good stuff will feature you right up here like Patrick B is.
For the beer boots, it can be a $2 super chat.
Correct. So now we are 50 away from me pouring 1 beer into that boot. It's not going to be just one person's got to send a 100. No, today's going to be a team effort. We had an incredible day yesterday from Mount Raidermore. So the next 50 that we get in total, I got to pour a beer into that boot. And then once that thing gets filled, 6 beers. I've never done it. I'm a little bit nervous, so I am going to try to knock one back. But hey, it's Friday. I want to get the weekend kicked off the right way.
Your first time, as long as you just ease into it, you go slow at first.
Yeah.
It gets easier over time. And then you start to like it.
Hey, that's what I hear. Do you want to do it?
Oh, I've done it so many times.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, no, I got it. All right, y'all. So continue to get those score predictions in. Chuggy Boy, I figured right now it'd be a pretty good time to get into the latest here around Jacobs, the rumors that are circulating around him. And for those of you that are watching the show, it's July, and a lot of it is not recycled, but anytime we get new predictions or anytime that we get new information out there, and a lot of the information today is it's a lot around Saquon Barkley, and because Saquon Barkley could have a major impact on what the Raiders do with Josh Jacobs, I found some interesting things out there. I found some interesting contract projections. So as always, I figured, you know what, I'm going to break it down, give my 2 cents and analysis on it. So we're going to get into the Josh Jacobs rumors. Then we're going to get into the Josh Jacobs trade ideas. And then if you have any questions throughout this show, hashtag Raiders or Super Chat, get those questions, comments. And then it's time to get into a Raiders Buffalo Bills Week 2 simulation on the road in Buffalo.
We were worried about, how will people like it? Obviously, it's Madden. It's not the real deal. You're watching Madden highlights.
I heard nothing but good things about it.
Yesterday was kind of electric.
Yeah, I had so much fun. I'm telling you, I was looking forward to walking into work today, and I always look forward to it. Don't get me wrong. But, walking in on a game day, like an actual Raiders game day, nothing like it. And then when you add into the equation that it's July, we're looking for things to talk about, it made it even better. What up, Max Payne? 30 LV to 27 for Buffalo. Both defenses are good, so both offenses might have trouble scoring. So let's go 30 to 27.
Yeah, that's a defensive battle.
Max is definitely going to be taking the over here in this situation. And then Patrick B said, let's tailgate and just win, baby. So far, today's MVP again is Patrick B. And with that, we just crossed our very first 100. So it's time to put one beer in the boot. And I always am amazed on this boot more than the others because that's one beer. This thing fits 6 beers. It's going to be interesting. There's no doubt about that. We'll see how it ends up going down, but once that thing gets filled, then it's time to take down the boot. Don't let Patrick B hang, and I hope that we can all have one hell of a time today. When I'm drinking, you guys are drinking when Patrick B's doing what he does. Then hopefully maybe you guys can participate in all of that as well. And even if you can't Super Chat, all I ever ask you guys to do is also participate in the show. Comments, share the video, hit that like button. We are getting close to 100 likes here on today's show. Once we get to 100 likes, Chugs and I, maybe we'll, what do you want to do today? What do you want to do for 100 likes? We did a lot of stuff yesterday with shots. You got any? I don't know if I want Fireball today. I'm not going to lie to you, I was a little hungover this morning. I was a hurting pup. Definitely a hurting guy.
I'll take a shot for 100 likes.
100 likes? Okay. Jugs is going to
get there.
Oh, we just got there. You have the Fireball on you? He's like, we are going to go to the next segment right now.
Man.
No, Chugs is going to do shots for every 100 likes. I think that's pretty fair today. We also have the jelly beans out there if you want the jelly beans. Shots? Okay. We have Buffalo. We have hot sauce. Little Buffalo Bills hot sauce. I don't know. Day drinking. What up, Graf? Hey, if you don't start drinking now, you can't drink the entire weekend. At least that's kind of the mindset that we go with here. But today, I'm going to try not to get as crazy as what I was yesterday. Yesterday was a whirlwind of a day. I'm not going to lie. I woke up this morning. I had to take some Panda Sups. I was hurting. I truly was. I drank way too much for what I wanted to on a Thursday and having to work the next day. Now, usually if I'm off, it's not as bad. But getting up early this morning, taking Chuck out at 5:30, that one hit me a little bit. I'm just being real with y'all. All right, y'all. So we got 250 people tuned in, 116 likes on this video. Chugs went to go grab some Fireball. And once he gets back, then we'll get into the Josh Jacobs segments. We actually have 2 Josh Jacobs segments. And then it's time for Week 2 Madden Simulation. If you didn't see the first week, don't worry. The video, it is up on the YouTube channel, so please go check it out. And the highlights of it. So, I mean, it's still like a 36, 37-minute long video. It's a good video. It's fun to watch. And I'll tell you this morning when I woke up, I usually watch SportsCenter, and I try to get like the idea of what happened in sports. But since nothing's going on, though the Mets are playing well in the month of July, I watched the stream this morning when I was walking into work. It's entertaining, man. Like, it's It's a fun thing to watch if you need something to tune into for about 37 minutes or so. All right, Jugs, knock back one of those shots. The next time we get to 200 likes, he's got to take back on another. Okay, you guys ready to get today's show on the road? I don't know about you. I know I definitely am. I have an open beer here somewhere. Hang on. The Happy Dad's not bad. We also got some Happy Moms.
And you know what? You said it earlier.
Yeah?
I'll cave. If we get to 1,000 before we start our stream, or before we start our watch party.
I was going to say, holy shit.
If we get to 1,000, I'll do a buffalo shot.
Oh. So buffalo hot wing sauce.
Yes.
Shot.
Yes.
Okay. Good luck there, man. I don't know. I know you never know what's going to happen on these shows. All it takes is for one guy like Raider Ron to pop up or a John Borelli, and then the show just turns into an absolute shit show. Coming up here on today's live Raiders Report, we're going to get into a Josh Jacobs situation prediction via ESPN and an NFL agent. I'll get my 2 cents, and then more Jacobs trade ideas, and then it's time to get into Week 2, Raiders-Buffalo. That's coming up right now here on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and before we get into the latest going on around Josh Jacobs and his current situation and the prediction that an NFL insider had, today's show is presented by HexClad. 10% off when you use promo code CHAT, and all you got to do is go to hexclad.com/chat. If you don't know what HexClad is, they are awesome kitchenware. You can really elevate the game for you, for your loved ones, and hey, if you're really trying to, get somebody to cook a little bit more for you, maybe they'll cook better in a HexClad. So coming up here on today's Raiders Report show, my reaction to the current Josh Jacobs situation, and then you got a prediction from ESPN Insider and an NFL agent. So you're going to have an NFL agent's inside opinion, you're going to have an insider from ESPN's opinion, and then I will give my opinion on both of those ideas of what they think is going to end up happening to the Raiders star running back. And I'm just going to say this plain and simple. I don't want you to jinx it. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. If you don't subscribe to the Raiders Report right now, the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl this season. Don't take the chance. I can't afford it. I'm already starting to get a few gray hairs. I found 1 or 2 the other day, and I'm worried if you don't hit that sub button, we're going to get a lot more grays here. I can't afford it, and I know you guys can't either. FKC's down in the chat. So this is what Dan Graziano had to say on running backs that have been given the franchise tag, and he's the guy from ESPN that I really want to look at here on today's show. I expect the Raiders to re-engage with Jacobs and the Giants to re-engage with Barkley prior to the July 17th deadline. The Cowboys likely will check in with Pollard's representatives, but I don't think that I would anticipate any real progress toward a deal there. Again, his situation is different. So anytime that you think about the latest going on around Josh Jacobs, anytime you think about the latest going on with any player, if there are other players at that position that are in a similar boat, the NFL is a big-time copycat league. So what I've been waiting for is for the Giants and Saquon to get a deal done. However, if the Raiders do plan on getting a contract extension done, I do think it's smart for them to make sure that they get that deal done before the Giants, if they do, get it done with Barkley. Let's continue to roll here with Dan Graziano on the whole Jacobs and Barkley situation. Of the two, I'd rate Barkley the more likely to get a long-term deal done. Team owner John Mara has been clear about his desire for Barkley to be a Giant for his entire career, and the front office knows ownership would like a deal to get done. My very hesitant prediction is that the two sides come together on a contract that looks something like our outline option 1 before the deadline passes. Don't worry, for those that are watching, I'm about to show you what Graziano's option 1 is. The Giants probably will give a little bit on guarantees to a point where Barkley and his agent can claim a win on something specific, such as structure or cash flow. So Graziano essentially lays out this contract idea for Saquon Barkley. And for a lot of y'all that are watching the show, you should know that this looks pretty damn close to what I have been saying I would be willing to give Josh Jacobs. What I've been saying I'd be willing to give Jacobs is 3 years, $38.4 million. Graziano is saying that this is what he would give Barkley. Now, the guarantees are a little bit more, and I like the idea of why the guarantees are more in terms of $25.5 million, and the reason is right now Jacobs can play on the franchise tag. That's a guaranteed $10.1 million. If the Raiders or Giants were to franchise tag these guys again, then it goes up 120%, so you're looking at about $12 million or so, which is still more in terms of guarantees than the $25.5 million. The big-time question, though, that continues to need to be asked is who's more likely to get extended? Is it the Raiders and Josh Jacobs? If that's the route that you think that that's going to happen, I want you to type JJ. If you're like, no, the New York Giants and Saquon Barkley, they're going to get an extension done before the Raiders and Jacobs do. Who's more likely to get the deal done? Is it Jacobs? Is it Barkley? If you want to know my opinion, well, I actually put out a video on this, I'm going to say 2 weeks ago, and it outlines a ton. It has so much information on Giants insiders. It's got a lot of information on Jacobs. It's got my 2 cents on it. If you want more news, more rumors, more analysis, even though it's the month of July, I don't take any days off here. I got that commitment to excellence, and if you do too, go check out that video. It's going to be available for you guys down in the comments and in the description of today's show. So coming up here, you're going to see Dan Graziano's prediction on what the Silver and Black decide to do with Jacobs. He has already outlined the fact that he believes that the Giants are the more likely team to get a long-term deal done with Barkley. Does that mean that the Raiders won't get a deal done with Jacobs? That answer coming up here in just a sec. But again, ladies, fellas, if you're trying to elevate your kitchen game, it's time to listen up right now. Huge shout out to today's sponsor, HexClad, and if you use promo code CHAT, you're going to be able to save 10% off. So today's sponsor, HexClad, has revolutionized the cookware industry with a hybrid pan that gives you all the convenience and cleanup of non-stick, the versatility of your grandma's cast iron, and a lifetime warranty just in case you find a way to destroy them. Use promo code CHAT at hexclad.com/chat for 10% off. HexClad truly checks every single box when it comes to picking your cookware. They are metal utensil safe, dishwasher safe, and oven safe up to 500 degrees. Don't just take my word for it. Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay uses them at home too. And I know this. I know a lot of people who like to go to Vegas games, and I have been told that I need to go to this man's restaurant, and I would love to. But guess what? If he's using HexClad, maybe you should too. The sear I can get with these pans is incredible, with absolutely no stick. The temperature control is utter perfection, and the cleanup is effortless. I love using HexClad at home. They're also the sexiest pans on the market. Score points at home. It's time to stop ordering delivery food and start cooking like a big boy with HexClad. Real cuisine isn't made in the microwave. It's cooked in a HexClad. For a limited time, get 10% off with our special link, hexclad.com/chat. That's 10% off at hexclad.com/chat with code chat. Now, personally for me, if I'm going to call a pan sexy, I got to show you what it looks like. And even though Gordon Ramsay didn't say this, I believe he thinks if you don't cook with a HexClad, you are an idiot sandwich. Don't be an idiot sandwich. Go to hexclad.com/chat and get started with our awesome sponsor to elevate your cooking game. All right, let's look at here what Dan Graziano had to say on the whole Jacobs situation. I haven't heard as much on the Jacobs situation, which could indicate that he's less likely to get his deal. Obviously, a lot can change, and if one of these guys signs before the deadline, he'll establish a framework the other one can use. Barkley getting a deal could make it more likely that Jacobs gets one too, but McDaniels has engaged in a lot of roster turnover since he got to Vegas, indicating that he didn't love what was in place before he got there. I would not be at all surprised to see the Raiders go with option 3 on Jacobs and do nothing. For those of you that did not read the Graziano article, because it is ESPN Plus, I show you here what the 4 options were for Graziano in terms of what Tony Pollard, what Josh Jacobs, and Saquon Barkley could potentially do. Option 1 is you offer them a fair market deal. The fair market deal was essentially what you saw earlier in the video, the 3 years, $38 million. It puts you in that area where you're not the highest paid running back, but you are right above some of the other names like a Derrick Henry and where Dalvin Cook used to be. Option 2 is you get a 2-year solution, which 2-year solution is more of franchise tag for 1 year, you do another franchise tag for another year. Number 3 is you do nothing. Do nothing is, hey, you're not getting a contract extension. You're just going to play on the franchise tag. Option 4 is you say, F it, if you're going to be bitching and moaning about making $10.1 million, we're just going to rescind the tag, and I'm just going to go out and get somebody cheaper. Maybe I sign a Dalvin Cook. Maybe I sign an Ezekiel Elliott. Maybe I go out and sign a Leonard Fournette. There are other talented free agent running backs out there, which I do think hurts Barkley and Jacobs for their ability to ask for that big-time payday. So the Raiders, they want Jacobs to play on the tag. It's not a secret. The Raiders have, soon as they offered him that franchise tag, that's the plan. And from what I understand, they 100 fully expect him to sign that tag. And if he doesn't, that's where we're going to have a little bit of an issue, because the other reason why this is interesting, if they tag him again next season, this is where some of the guarantees of, if I'm Jacobs and I'm his agent, I'm going to ask for $23 million of guaranteed money. And the reason is because this is the exact reason here. We'll lay it out a little bit easier for you to read. The collective bargaining agreement requires that a second franchise tag to be 120% of the previous year's salary. So, tagging Jacobs or Barkley or Pollard again next year would cost $12.1 million. That means you'd be paying them each $22.2 million total over the next 2 years. So when you look at some of my past videos that I have out there around Jacobs, the number that I will continue to throw out there for guaranteed money is $22 million. And the reason why that I do $22 million guaranteed is because of that reason that they laid out there, but on top of, I'm more willing to backload some of that type of money. And when you're a running back, when you're looking for these deals, you have to be able to keep that in the back of your mind. Like, would it surprise me if the Raiders decided to franchise tag Jacobs yet again? If he has another year like he did? No, it really, truly wouldn't. But this team does not typically pay running backs in the way the NFL is going. The NFL is not going to be paying running backs really because the longevity of their career, it really, really slows down. So coming up here on the show, we're going to get into some more Jacobs news here. And this one is around an NFL agent, because not only are we getting an NFL insider's opinion, which I always think is interesting, but then you got to look at an NFL agent, because the agent's going to be the one at the end of the day negotiating the deal for Jacobs. And could he potentially miss training camp? Like, this agent is straight up saying that, yes, it could potentially happen. So veterans, they report July 25th. Jacobs, as we know, has been very public with how he is unhappy, how he believes that the Raiders are doing bad business right now with his current contract situation. And there are multiple rumors out there, multiple notable sources out there, like guys like Tom Pelissero, that say, yes, it is a very realistic option that if the Raiders and Jacobs don't come to an agreement by July 17th on that extension, that he could hold out, because he doesn't want to play on the franchise tag. Why? Because he knows that his one chance here to get a big-time deal is probably coming off the year that he just had 2,000 total yards, because I know Raider fans don't want to hear this, but I don't think Jacobs ever has over 2,000 total yards again. That's a hell of a season. So this is what the NFL agent had to say on the whole Jacobs situation. It wouldn't be a surprise for Jacobs to miss the start of Raiders training camp on July 25th if he doesn't get a long-term deal by the deadline. Jacobs has yet to sign his franchise tender. Some unsigned franchise players have missed part or most of training camp and the preseason, partially to protest not getting a long-term deal and try to minimize the risk of a serious injury. As an unsigned franchise player, Jacobs couldn't be fined $50,000 for each day of training camp he missed. His attendance wouldn't be required because of the absence of a signed contract. He wouldn't be withholding services he is contractually obligated to perform. Typically, when a player has a contract year performance like Jacobs, financially capitalizing on the success is usually a given at most other positions. If Jacobs wasn't a running back, he would have a legitimate chance at replacing McCaffrey as the highest paid at the position because of his 2022 production. If you don't know how much money Christian McCaffrey makes on a per-year basis, it's $16.02 million. The issue with looking at that is McCaffrey's not paid as a running back. He is paid as a overall offensive weapon, and the NFL is proving to everyone right now that if you can catch the football, if you do most of your work through the air, which is also easier on your body, then there's a better chance for you to get more money. And that's why McCaffrey makes the money that he does. That's why Alvin Kamara is making the money that he does, because those guys do their most damage through the air, where a lot of these other running backs, I'm sorry, they don't do nearly as well. And something else that could really make this whole Jacobs and Barkley situation interesting, I've been told by a good source that the Cincinnati Bengals, they're going to ask Joe Mixon to do a contract restructure. And then it's yet another running back asking to restructure. So in conclusion from this video, both Dan Graziano and the NFL agent that was interviewed, they do not expect Jacobs to get that extension. And it's a multitude of reasons of the NFL market. It's a multitude of reasons of knowing your current regime of McDaniels and Ziegler. But if you got both of those guys saying no, it's not going to happen, my question to you is this: will the Raiders give Josh Jacobs a contract extension? It's a yes or a no. I have been sitting up here and I've been waiting. And I really still have it. To me, it's a coin flip between two options, right? So you can type yes, you can type no. I was a lot more confident a few weeks ago that the Raiders would end up getting a deal done with Jacobs. But what I'm worried about, if that's the route that they're going to go, and if they're waiting for the Giants to make the first move, the Giants are going to take this thing all the way up to the deadline. So in terms of, let's say, the four options that are on the table right now for Jacobs, I think that there is a 48% chance that he ends up getting a contract extension. If they do it, they're going to backload the deal, and they are going to give him some guarantees over $22 million. He could, 46% chance, just ends up signing the franchise tag where they're like, hey, man, you're not going to get that deal. Jacobs can be a little upset. Maybe he sits out training camp, but then he ends up signing the tag before week 1. Could Jacobs get traded? That's a possibility. It's a 4%. And then the holdout, he technically can hold out until week 8. And the last time that the NFL saw that was with Le'Veon Bell. And the only reason why it's not a smart idea for running backs is because the running back market is a lot like real life, right? There is demand, and if there's not a high demand, supply and demand, if there's not a high demand, then you're not really going to have all that much of supply. So it's a tough situation. If he doesn't play on the franchise tag, he doesn't get paid. He wants to get paid. So the holdout, I don't really think ends up happening. I do think that they get a contract extension or he ends up playing on the franchise tag. I am confident, though, that Jacobs is playing with the Las Vegas Raiders this upcoming season. If I'm wrong on that, well then, hey, we'll try to do our best to keep you guys up to date. As always, if you're looking for more news, more rumors, more updates around the Las Vegas Raiders, you can always hit me up on Twitter. You can always hit me up on Instagram as well. I am at MitchellRenz365. All right, y'all. So who's more likely to get extended? Let's go back to that one. I like that. Type JJ for Josh. Type SB for Saquon Barkley. I am going to type my SB. What do you think? Do you think Barkley's more likely, or do you think Jacobs is more likely?
Oh.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's like you would think Josh Jacobs, because the Raiders currently are not paying a premium at the quarterback position. They're paying Jimmy G a little bit of money, but like compared to NFL quarterbacks, like you've pointed out many times on the show, they're not paying top dollar for quarterback. And that's usually where a lot of teams spend a ton of their cap space is quarterback. I mean, you look at the Josh Allens, Patrick Mahomes, soon to be Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts of the world.
Yep.
They spend a lot of money there. Then you're like, oh, must be defense. They're spending a ton of money on defense. Not really. Max Crosby's deal is really good compared to other top edge rushers.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders have reworked a few deals. I mean, you even look at like a Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams' cap number this year is like $7 million after they have reworked that deal a little bit. And, you know, I do think it's always an interesting point, and shout out to my guy Sanjeet. I saw him on Twitter today, and he has laid it out. Like, the reason why the running back position isn't paid is because you talk to a lot of NFL coaches out there, and they'll say the offensive line is more important than the running back. And the Raiders, you know, you look at 2021. The Raiders won 10 games. They go to the playoffs, and Jacobs had under 900 rushing yards. Then you look at it the next season, Jacobs has over 2,000 total yards and they win 6 games. But the offensive line one year was not great. The offensive line the other year was a lot better. So I look at, was Jacobs amazing last season? No doubt about it. I will sit up here and I'll say that he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. But, man, the offensive line deserves a lot more credit than what they have been given. Because
Is this better?
Yeah.
Is this better?
I think,
hear me a little bit better?
I think they got you.
People were saying my mic was a little down.
Yeah.
But I laid out all the options, why I think, Josh Jacobs should be the one to get paid more. But at the end of the day, it's still the Patriot way with Dave Ziegler. And when have the Patriots ever paid a running back?
Yeah.
Never. They have never decided to pay a running back. It's always been running back by committee. It's always been they'll have a good running back. They'll kind of make it stable. And then once that big running back wants a new contract, hit the road. That's kind of been what the Patriots have done. And I think they're taking that to what the Raiders are right now. Dave Ziegler, Josh McDaniels, they've never wanted to pay premium money to a running back. And I don't think they're going to start now.
Yeah,
so I would say SB.
Yeah, you even saw a little bit last offseason, right? Like the fact that Jacobs played in that NFL Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
We all knew that Jacobs was the best running back, but this is an organization, this is a coaching staff that we got to be able to face the facts here. They believe in their system more than they believe in talent.
Yes.
That's a fact. So if they believe in their system more, that probably means that they believe in the offensive line overall instead of just one player. What?
Oh, my goodness.
Knicks?
Yeah.
I know, I saw. They're getting pretty wild over there.
It is.
There's a Knicks fan that's coming after Raider Ron's record for most sent in an entire show. So
they said they were going to beat us combining today and yesterday.
Correct. Yep.
And
right now they have the lead.
So far they are.
Yeah, so there was a guy on Knicks Now. He's like their version of Raider Ron. And today Marshall came up to me and he was like, hey, do you want to do a battle? And I said, the only way I'm doing a battle is because they go live once a week, right? So when you go live once a week, you can really build up the momentum. I said, well, we'll combine it from what we did yesterday, and then we'll do what we did today. And, yeah, they just had some crazy guy over there drop 1.7 on Venmo. That's nuts.
Oh, my goodness.
He said he's going to beat Raider Ron's record for most ever sent in a live show. And you have a start like that, and they might, man. They really might do that. John Borelli said, no, y'all, Rob is mad. Rob is a madman. Yeah, that's nuts. That's a crazy dude. And yeah, Borelli said, dude is crazy.
We told Marshall, yeah, we're willing to do it. We'll kind of go yesterday and today against your today. But we also said, this is July in the NFL season.
Yeah. At the end of today, I want to have a good time. I just want to do this watch party. If you guys want to party, as you all know, we can always do that. But this is more for them. This is more for them if they want to do it. But yes, Borelli, that guy is an absolute crazy man. John Fallon, Raider fans never lose. You're right. We've never lost here on this show, and I know. Yeah, 1.7 is nuts. There's no doubt about it. Zeno, what up, Zeno? About 62 days, 3 hours, 50 minutes until kickoff. Literally counting down the time, which I can respect. I cannot wait. I mean, literally, that's why we're doing these Madden simulations the way that we are.
He's been waiting all year for Sunday night.
That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. But I mean, that's why we're doing the watch parties here in the middle of July, because I miss football. I miss talking about football, and you can only talk about rumors so much until you want to go a little bit crazy. Let's go to the Raider Dude 30. What's up, brother? They need to pay Jacobs. I'm turning my TV on to see 3 players on that team, Max Crosby, Devontae Adams, and JJ. We know what these players do. I mean, and that's totally fine. You can want star power. Does Jacobs deserve to get paid? Yes, he does. However, the Raider Dude 30, I do want you to go check out a video that I put out, I want to say 2 days ago, and it was a lot of numbers and a lot of statistics, and I get it. Not every person is the same, but you look at a lot of numbers for running backs that led the NFL in touches. You look at a lot of backs that had over 390, 380 touches in a season. The following year, the average is they play 12 and a half games. And not only that, the production is so much lower. It's also the idea of when somebody gets that big-time payday, and for a running back, getting a 3-year extension is the payday, that what happens if now, you're not playing through all those injuries that you tried to during your contract year. It's just, if the Raiders do end up paying Jacobs, I'll be happy. If the Raiders don't end up paying Jacobs and he plays on the franchise tag, I'll be happy. As long as Jacobs is on this team entering the season, I'm going to be a happy camper. If he doesn't end up on this team, then I will come on here, giggity, and I will have a absolute meltdown because it is a failed job by Ziegler and McDaniels to let this man get away. You first said, no, we're not going to give you the 5th-year option, and that's fine. He proved himself, and then they tagged him. But I do think Jacobs also has to look at himself in the mirror here and say, well, wait a minute. I told the Raiders that I would be willing to play on the franchise tag. The Raiders gave him the franchise tag, and now he's saying, well, I don't know if I want to play on the franchise tag now. It's a little bit of the whole Derek Carr situation, and, well, we saw how that one ended up going down after all. So coming up here next on the Raiders Report, I want to get into a show here around more Jacobs trade rumors because it's not impossible to think that the Raiders could trade him. Like, when you cover the NFL as much as we do here at Chat Sports, you see reports, you see rumors, and then you can really follow things along. And if something goes bad, it can go bad really, really quick. I mean, even like the whole Darren Waller situation, people are like, oh, it's never going to happen. And then bang, it ended up going down. So I got some trade rumors here coming up on Jacobs, some trade ideas, and I tried to make them a little bit more realistic. And then we also have some Jacobs replacements if the Silver and Black do decide to move on. So with that being said, Jeremy, let's get into this segment. And then after this one, we got our Raiders-Bills watch party coming up for Week 2. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. It's Mitchell Renz here. And before we get into the latest trade rumors around the Raiders star running back Josh Jacobs, today's show is sponsored by Hexclad. You can get 10% off by going to hexclad.com/chat. Just make sure that you use promo code chat. If somebody's really trying to get inspired and learn how to cook or really elevate their cooking game, I recommend using a Hexclad. So coming up here on the Raiders Report, we got the latest Jacobs news and rumors. We're going to look at some stuff from Todd Pelissero. We're going to look at some stuff from Jeremy Fowler. And I also am going to throw in a very interesting quote from me around this entire situation. Then, if the Raiders do decide to move on from Jacobs, you got to look at some potential replacements. I have re-ranked my new top 8 order, and then I got 3 blockbuster Jacobs trade ideas to make sure you never miss anything going on around the Raiders. It's literally the middle of July right now. We're putting out videos every single day. Why? Raider Nation's built different, and I get that. I'm also a big believer that nobody's going to outwork me, and I know that nobody is going to put in more effort than the Nation. So if you believe in that, and if you really believe in your heart of hearts that the Nation is different, hit that subscribe button because we got you covered here. So let's look at some important information around Jacobs here. The deadline for franchise players to sign multi-year contracts is Monday, July 17th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. After this deadline passes, players with franchise tags are prohibited from signing long-term deals until the end of the regular season. So the reason why that July 17th at 4 p.m. deadline is so important is because, as this lays out here, if the Raiders don't give Jacobs that long-term deal, he can't sign that long-term deal. So then his options are playing on the franchise tag or he's going to hold out. So we will be breaking down even more the closer and closer that date gets. With Jacobs, he has tweeted out bad business. He has thrown out cryptic messages left and right that he is not happy with this current situation that is being unraveled here, considering the fact that he's coming off a season where he led the NFL with 1,653 yards, where he led the NFL in first downs, where he led the NFL in total yards with over 2,000, and was a big reason why the Raiders were able to move the football last season. So I know that Josh wants a contract extension. There's no doubt about it. And I've said this 100 times on the show. He deserves a contract extension. This is his one chance for a running back to get the big-time payday. The biggest problem is right now he's playing in the NFL where if he would have played 20, 30 years ago, he would have got the deal. But the NFL does not value the running back position. And then you put on top of that his new head coach, his new general manager, this regime. they have never paid running backs a lot of money. So Jacobs wants the contract extension. The Raiders, they want Jacobs to play on the franchise tag. And if you think that the idea of the Raiders trading away Jacobs is ludicrous, I'd say you need to pay the hell attention. I mean, look at this right here from Tom Pelissero on Jacobs. At this point, if there's not a long-term deal, I don't anticipate Jacobs being there at the start of training camp, which is July 25th. And this is the part that really scares me. And I don't know that he shows up week 1. I can promise all of y'all right now, if Josh is threatening to not be on the field by week 1 of the regular season, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, they're not going to do it. They're not going to handle it. If you're trying to build a franchise, if you're trying to build a team where everybody says, you know what, we're playing for the name on the front, we're not playing for the name on the back, and one of your star players is doing that, they're not going to do it. They will move on from Josh Jacobs. That I can promise you. This is what Jeremy Fowler had to say on Jacobs. The Raiders have 2 weeks to try to figure this out and negotiate in earnest. But if they don't get a deal, Jacobs could wait a little bit. He has not signed his franchise tag. He could hold out really until late August, early September if he wants, maybe even missing games. So we'll see what he chooses to do there, but that's his leverage. When you get guys like Jeremy Fowler and you get a guy like Tom Pelissero both throwing out the idea that he could miss games, I mean, some light bulbs got to start going off in your head and thinking like, oh man, this could actually go sour if both sides don't agree. Like, if Jacobs is already showing you how verbally he upset he is, and he's sitting there going, well, wait a minute, you guys gave out $344 million last offseason to Devontae Adams, Derek Carr, Max Crosby, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller. It's actually probably even more than that. Why can't I get something here, right? I just led this team. I was the biggest reason why we were able to move the football last season. So Jacobs has every right to be upset. But then McDaniels and Ziegler will be like, I don't really care. We do things our way, and if you don't like it, you can go kick rocks. So my question to every single person watching right now, whether you watch this live or whether you watch this on a later date, if Jacobs doesn't get a long-term deal, will he hold out? If you're sitting here watching the show and you're like, all right, it's July 17th, 4 p.m. Eastern time, no deal ends up going down. He either plays on the franchise tag, gets traded, or holds out. You think he ends up holding out? This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So while you're going to hit with that YouTube ad break, I want you to scroll on down and get your votes in. If he threatens to hold out into the regular season, there's a chance the Raiders trade him. And if they don't get that long-term extension deal done by July 17th, 4 p.m. Eastern time, I still believe that he ends up signing the franchise tag, because what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to look at the market. And he's going to have to see, oh, wow, Leonard Fournette still available. Oh, wow, Dalvin Cook still available. Oh, shit, Ezekiel Elliott, he's still out there. There are other talented free agent running backs still on the market that if you're McDaniels and Ziegler, you're like, well, I got Zamir White. We have Amir Abdullah, who's a third down back. So I could just roll with Zamir White, and I can probably sign a Dalvin Cook for half the price that you want to play for right now. They are showing you they don't really value the running back position. And then this is my take right here on the entire Jacobs situation as it stands, okay? Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler believe in their system over a player's talent. That is something that they have shown time and time again. If Josh Jacobs isn't willing to buy in to what the Raiders are doing, after Jacobs said this offseason he would be willing to play on the franchise tag, then a Josh Jacobs trade is 100% possible. And sure, Jacobs said, if you want me to act like a hero, or if you don't want me to act like a villain, the hero, that whole quote, I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But he said that he would be willing to play on the franchise tag. He also said that he would want the team to build around him. And you can say that the Raiders did. You can say that the Raiders didn't. That's totally up for your debate. But if I'm McDaniel, I'm Ziegler, I'm saying, hey, you said you'd be willing to play on the franchise tag. We gave you the franchise tag. It's time for you to man up and sign it. And if I'm Jacobs, I'm saying I had over 2,000 yards last season. I deserve to be paid a lot more. It's not that I don't want to be a part of this team, but you're undervaluing me. It's going to be an interesting situation that we're definitely going to have to keep our mind on. I also know my mom used to always say, if you can't take the heat, then get the heck out of the kitchen. But you know what? I would love to cook a little bit more if I had some Hexclad, and you probably would too. Use promo code chat at hexclad.com/chat, and a huge shout out to them for sponsoring the Raiders Report. Hexclad has revolutionized the cookware industry with a hybrid pan that gives you all the convenience and cleanup of non-stick, the versatility of your grandma's cast iron, and a lifetime warranty, just in case you find a way to destroy them. Use promo code chat at hexclad.com/chat for 10% off, and don't worry, that link's going to be available for you guys down in the comments and in the description of today's show. Hexclad truly checks every single box when it comes to picking your cookware. They are meta utensil safe, dishwasher safe, and oven safe up to 500 degrees. And if, guess what, you don't take my word for it, Gordon Ramsay, he might know a thing or two about cooking. The sear I can get with these pans is incredible with absolutely no stick. The temperature control is utter perfection, and the cleanup is effortless. I love using Hexclad at home. And for me, I love to cook, and it's something that I have really tried to do a lot more. You know what I hate doing, though, when it comes to cooking? I hate cleaning up, Chugs. It drives me nuts. And the fact that I can put this pan in my dishwasher, that's the easiest decision I can make, because I know this. If I look into my cupboard and I have 3 pans in there, 2 of them I can't put in the dishwasher. One that I can, I'm going to use the one that I can put in the dishwasher every single time. So they're not only amazing pans, but they're also pretty dang sexy as well. Score points at home with your friends, your loved ones. It's time to stop ordering delivery food and start cooking like a big boy with Hexclad. Real cuisine isn't made in the microwave. It's cooked in a Hexclad. For a limited time, get 10% off with our special link. Hexclad.com/chat. That's 10% off at HEXCLAD.com/chat with code chat. For all you that are interested in elevating your cooking game, I recommend getting your hands on these pans. Also, the wok is really good as well. They have all different kinds of products, so if you're looking for a bunch of different things to cook with, Hexclad absolutely has you covered. So we're going to continue to get into this now, Jacobs trade rumors. So now we're going to transition into some Josh Jacobs trade ideas, because that's what I like to do on this show. If I'm going to sit up here and talk about us moving on from our number 1 running back, I got to sit up here and give you guys at least some of an idea of who's the team that could potentially make the move and what does it look like exactly. So I have 3 totally different trade ideas, and I'm going to ask you with every single one of them to give me your opinion on what you're thinking. So trade idea number 1 here. The Los Angeles Rams, they trade for running back Josh Jacobs, because let's face it, Jacobs is an upgrade over Cam Akers, and the Raiders get a first-round pick in 2024. Los Angeles, Sean McVay has proven that they do not give a crap about first-round picks, and if I'm looking at the Rams, a team that won the Super Bowl in 2021, they were a joke last season, but that was due to injuries. So if you're Matthew Stafford, you're Cooper Kupp, you're saying, well, wait a minute here. We still have a chance to win a Super Bowl, and could that mean by going out and getting a great running back in Jacobs? Hey, if you're the Rams, you got to at least think about it. So who wins this trade right here? If you think it's the Las Vegas Raiders, I want you to type LV. If you believe that it's the Rams, then I want you to type LAR. And I see some people in the chat saying that I burn my food. I am actually a very good cook. I might have to prove it to you once or twice here on the show, and if I had Hexclad, I would even elevate it a little bit more. Let's go to the next trade idea coming up here on the show. This one's a little bit weird, but I was like, what's a team that would be interested in making a move for Jacobs? And I do think that the Washington Commanders are a team to keep in mind. And the reason why Chase Young's being thrown in this is because he has been a player that the Commanders are more than willing to move on from. Do the Raiders have Tyree Wilson, Chandler Jones, and Max Crosby? They sure do. However, though, Chandler Jones, I do think this is going to be the final year that he plays with the Raiders. Tyree Wilson, if they like the idea of using 3 premier edge rushers, and if Chase Young can stay healthy, that's a guy that can play defensive end and defensive tackle. You can use him in a little bit of a rotation, and it helps build your offense, and it helps get after the quarterback. So, what do you think? Who wins this trade here? A lot of injury concerns around Chase Young. There's no doubt about it. And I know that people on social media are going to freak out because there's going to be screenshots of these. Again, I don't want to trade Jacobs, but it is my job to give you an idea of what it could potentially cost if a deal ends up going down, and it also helps me to figure out what you guys have to think about certain things. So the Commanders, they get Jacobs. The Raiders, they get Chase Young at defensive end. The final trade here, it revolves around the Buffalo Bills. So the Las Vegas Raiders and the Bills. And the reason why that I'm going to go with this next one here, it's because Josh McDaniels, they love connections, do they not? And anytime that you see a player with an old team or an old connection, I do think that that is something to at least consider. So in this trade that you're about to see here on the Raiders Report, sponsored by Hexclad, it involves the Buffalo Bills trading for Jacobs because I do still think that they are a big-time running back away from really changing that offense. And yes, they have James Cook, but they did also bring in Damian Harris. And the last time Damian Harris and Josh McDaniels were together, Harris ran for 15 touchdowns. That year, the Patriots made the playoffs. Mac Jones, that team, they won 10 games, they lost 7. So in this scenario, Damian Harris for Jacobs, and then the Raiders also get a second-round pick. This deal might not be a great deal for some people out there because they're like, I don't want to give up Jacobs. This is my favorite one because you get a good running back and you get a second-round pick in 2024. So what do you think? Who wins this trade right here? Do you think it's the Raiders or do you think it's the Buffalo Bills? I get that you're not going to find a replacement for Jacobs. That's how it is. Because when you're as talented as he is, it is what it is. But if there's a team out there willing to overpay, then I do think you have to at least consider it. So coming up next here is replacements. Because if the Raiders do trade away Jacobs, you have to look at the idea of, all right, well, if you're going to move on from Josh, who the hell are you going to put in at running back to really be able to be that main guy that takes over? So the replacements that I have here rank from 1 to 8. Coming in at number 1. This is the guy that the Raiders would rely on the most to replace Jacobs. It's Zamir White. That's why they drafted him in the 4th round at 122 overall in the 2022 NFL Draft. And then some other potential replacements in free agency. You got Dalvin Cook and Leonard Fournette, I think, are the top 2 guys that they would look at in free agency. Damian Harris, as we just talked about with Buffalo. Zeke, and then, you're going to have some sort of mix-in of Sincere McCormick, Britton Brown, and Brandon Bolden. The reason why I'm bringing up Dalvin Cook is because, yes, the Minnesota Vikings released him. He's had solid production over the last 4 years. It's the connection with Kennedy Palomalu, the Raiders' current running back coach, who was also previously with the Minnesota Vikings before coming over to Las Vegas. For Leonard Fournette, the reason why his connection is here is because Leonard Fournette, one of his good buddies is Tom Brady. And if Tom Brady's not out doing whatever with Kim Kardashian, I don't know, maybe he's sitting over there talking to Mark Davis a little bit and saying, hey, why don't you go get this guy? He's a good running back. He can catch the football. He can run between the tackles. He was a really good fit in my offense, and if he can fit well with Tom Brady, chances are he's going to be able to fit well with Josh McDaniels. In terms of Damian Harris, you look at that 2021 season where he had over 200 carries. He had 15 touchdowns. He had a career year in the Josh McDaniels system. And if you're McDaniels, you're like, well, this is all the more reason why I don't need a Josh Jacobs. I can find a running back to fit in my system. And then if you want to go with another option here, it is Ezekiel Elliott. And Zeke, you can say what you want about him. Is he on the decline? Yes. He's been very healthy, though, throughout his entire career, and he's been a pretty reliable back at the goal line, which the Raiders do secretly need. So in terms of my Josh Jacobs replacement, here they are one more time, and if you want to take a screenshot, post it on social media. I don't mind. Instagram, Twitter. You know where to find me, at MitchellRens365. So if we're sitting in a world where we're sitting there wondering, all right, it's no Jacobs. Who's the best Jacobs replacement on this list? And if I miss somebody, throw out another name, man. Don't be shy. Throw another name at me. The best name on this list is Zamir White. And I say that because it doesn't cost you a lot of money. Where if you go out and get a Dalvin Cook, you go out and get an Ezekiel Elliott, are they probably better than Zamir right now? Yeah, they might be. It's also going to cost you $5, $6, $7 million, and at that point, I'd rather just roll with Zamir. If you're going to go cheap and you're not going to pay Jacobs, then just roll with Zamir White or roll with the other current running backs you have on your team. Who knows? You might find a gem at Sincere McCormick, which I would love to see that end up going down. I need to know though who's the best Jacobs replacement on the list. All right, it's time to get into our Week 2 watch party here on the Raiders Report. Who you got? LV for the Las Vegas Raiders or BUF for the Buffalo Bills? And for those of you who are like, Kim Kardashian, oh yeah, if you don't know, Tom Brady Kardashian.
If you don't know.
People are talking.
If you don't know, now you know.
People are talking. Yep. Javier J of PNP, spamming LV. Ron C, what up? Spamming LV. Sneller, Darth Raider. I'll be at that game.
Also,
there you go.
Last chance to get your score predictions in.
Last chance to get your score predictions in.
A huge one from Patrick B. Another one from Max Payne. Those are the only two.
Those are the only two right now.
Unless it's 35-27 or 30-27, we're in the clear.
Mm-hmm. And also, I got a boot here. There's already one beer in here, which I know you guys can't really. It's a Happy Dad. We poured it a little bit earlier, so it is getting flatter. I said, no matter what, at the end of the show, I'm going to drink whatever's in there. But every 100 that we get, so right now we are about, doing the math here, I'm not great at math, 82 away from putting another one in there. It's going to be a collective group, and every time we get to 100, another beer goes in the boot. And then once we fill it, it's 6 beers in one. We're going to knock it back here. Let's go to Zeno saying, see what he has to say. And where will DeAndre Hopkins go? If he really wants to be paid that much money and go to a Super Bowl contending team, I don't see how it's possible. I would say the top two teams right now for Hopkins are the New England Patriots. They're definitely up there, number one. And then there's another team that he visited with recently.
The Titans.
The Titans are up there as well.
Not contenders.
But they're not contenders. Now, I did see a report that said that Hopkins' top 3 teams are like the Chiefs, and it's 2 other, I think the Bills, and another contending team, which is slipping my mind.
If he's not going to a contender, he might as well go to the Texans.
Sure. Be a great video. I know that.
Yeah. Whoever's covering that channel.
Whoever covers the Houston Texans team, man, they'd be ecstatic. There's no doubt about it. I think at this point in Hopkins' career, he's got to make a decision. Does he want to make money or does he want to chase a ring? He says that he can play for a lot more seasons. I would say for his sake, though, take the money. Just take the money at this point.
Ice, I see your super chat. Not going to put it on screen, though. I appreciate it, though, buddy.
Hey, it's a good try, though. I don't even know who that is. I mean, it's a hell of a name.
Yeah. Good try, my man.
It's a hell of a name, I'm not going to lie. It might have got me. Because when you said ice, I was like, ice, and then I read it, and I'm like, wow, that's one hell of a name right there. All right, y'all, if you don't know how this watch party is going to end up working, we have the Raiders-Bills Week 2 game simulation recorded. I have no idea who's going to win. I can't wait to see who's going to win. It's always an interesting thing. Zachary's going to go 35-24. Bills get the dub. 28-17 Bills from David Valagas. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Raiders Shep says the Raiders are going to be 3-0. 27-35 Bills. And I hate it from Benjamin Jones. Steven 69 is going to go 35-34. Raiders get the dub. Before I get into the watch party here, I do want to say thank you, and I do want to give some shout-outs to our Bang Gang from yesterday. If you don't know what the Bang Gang is, it means you send in a $100 super chat. We scream bang. Venmo. Or Venmo. So huge shout-out to yesterday's MVP, Patrick B. Much love out there to Artino. David Zahn stepped up big time for Mount Raidermore. He also filled in for Raider Ron. John Scheffler showed everyone what's up. John Borelli, I'm repping his jersey today. Brandon Jasper, Charivan, and Wild 114. All these people banged with me yesterday, and I'm hoping that we can bang a little bit more today.
They banged
here on the Raiders Report. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you send in a Hondo. We put you on the Boot Hall of Fame. And today, because we have ran out of boots here at Chat Sports, for those that don't know, you get put on the Megalodon boot. So I already put a few names on there from yesterday, all the people that sent in a Hondo. You send in a Hondo today, you're getting put on the Megalodon boot.
Oh.
The Megalodon boot. Yeah, it's a big one. What up, Thugador?
Dum, 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 dum.
Patrick B says, yesterday was an awesome show. I will say for a person, that was probably the greatest show I've ever seen for one person. Patrick B got on Mount Raidermore.
He guessed it correctly.
He guessed the score correctly, was the MVP, got himself a Raiders Report jersey, and got himself a game ball.
Bum, 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 bum.
I mean, if that's not a royal flush of a day, I don't know what is. I have no idea. And yes, if Borelli does send in a Hondo, those are the rules. You guys know the rules. You knows the rules.
Them's the rules.
So here we go. One more time here. Let me know who you got, Chugs. We did just hit 200 likes. So if you could, you owe me a shot, my good friend. Pour it up, pour it up. Wesley says, I've been following you for 3 years now. Wow. That's impressive.
Well, no, you didn't read the rest in parentheses, home from work every day.
Well, hopefully he does what I do with Petey. He just records me walking home. For those that don't know, and I don't know how you would know, I record. If I see there's
For
one
those
guy.
that know, none of you would know, but for those who would.
Exactly. It's an inside joke, right? There's a guy at work here, and we walk the same way, and he walks super slow. So when I see him, I know that I can catch up to him, and he has just no idea what's going on around him. I film him his entire walk into work, and then he realizes that he's been followed and stalked. It's always a very, very interesting thing. There's no doubt about it. Patrick B., you're right. Borelli is not your last name. This is for John Borelli. I see a few people saying, "Hey, Patrick, send it in," but this is a John Borelli jersey.
Yep.
John Borelli only.
The B in Patrick stands for Biden.
That might be my new favorite, like, low-key joke. You know what I mean? I love that joke a lot. All right. I do. I laughed way too hard at that yesterday.
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp. I know Patrick. I know Patrick well, and he's not.
He just keeps on falling down the stairs. I don't know what to tell you.
You see that video where he got hit by a golf ball, Patrick B?
Patrick Biden.
Yikes.
Hey, did you know anything about that suspicious white powder?
All right, coming up here on the Raiders Not. All right, so one last time, get those score predictions in, and I'm ready to get this watch party going. Though I told people we'd get started at 4:09. So because of that, Central Time, we're 3 minutes away, 2 o'clock. Let's do it 2 o'clock until 4:09. For those that do not know what 2 o'clock is, I'm going to make this simple. If you want Chugs to take a shot, $10 super chat. If you want me to take a drink out of my beer, it's a $5. 3 minutes. Put it on the clock right now. Here we go. 2 o'clock, 2 minutes. Let's get it going. And then after that, we will get into our watch party here. Raiders, Buffalo Bills. Very intrigued to see how this one ends up shaking out. I'm a little nervous. I know, like, the Bills game is going to be one that I'm really nervous for during the regular season. I also have some family members that are Buffalo Bills fans, which I don't know. Man, I don't know. Oh, is Buddy Bear in the chat?
Lord Buddy Bear.
I see Diehard Raider Fan 365 says, hello, Buddy Bear. Hey.
He's in the chat.
He's in the chat. Shout out to the Lord of all lords, Mr. Buddy Bear.
It was either him or Chaco. One of them was in the chat. Confirmed.
I don't know if I've ever seen Roxy. Like, Chaco Bear is killing it. Somebody needs to go tell Roxy to step it up a little bit.
Where has Roxy been?
Yep, there's Buddy Bear. What up, diehard Raider fan? Cheers to everyone tuned in right now to the Raiders Report. We got a few super chats already that have flown in today. Patrick B is yet again the MVP.
Tano!
Where's Tano? What's up, Tano Raider 16? Tano was an MVP a few days ago. Tano, I don't know if the football's been sent yet, but I did fill out all the information required in order for it to be sent. So hopefully you should be getting it very soon. PG 2869. Raiders. We have 60 seconds left of the 2 o'clock. I think you're going to get off easy here.
I think I will too.
I think yesterday the nation blew their load.
Oh, it
was an insane show yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I was hurting though.
Loads were blown.
I think I did 4 boots yesterday on a Thursday, which, I mean, that was, Rebel, you're good, brother. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you, yesterday I was hurting. I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this again today.
At the very end of the game, whenever the Raiders got that fumble recovery.
Oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Mario, have a drink for me. Again, we don't drink alone. We drink together as a family. So if I'm taking a sip, if Mario's taking a sip, if PG's taking a sip, then that means you all are taking a sip as well.
All right.
Cheers.
Let's get into this sim.
Oh, I'm ready.
I got it all set up.
I'm nervous. Hopefully we get a dub today. Week 2 sim.
Raiders at Bills.
Can I get some LBs in the chat?
Raiders. John, Trace does want a drink. He's looking at me right now.
Does Trizzy want a drink? Yes. I'll make it, Borelli.
He said beer bong if you're down.
I mean, Borelli, I'll make you a deal. Since you're a 200 guy, If Borelli throws in a 2 hundo, I'll do a boot right now, and that means Trizzy's also going to do a beer bong. You down?
What was that?
My throat's so dry right now.
You're
I'm so thirsty.
You're parched.
I'm just exquisitely parched right now.
Well then, how about this?
Wow.
200 from Borelli, boot race? He's like, I don't know if I'm that parched.
He's like, no, I'm more of like a beer bong.
Though
thirsty.
Trizzy did put out a video today about the Saints trading for Devontae Adams.
If you have to twist my arm.
200 from Borelli, and we're going to do a boot race. That's the deal. 200 from
All right.
Borelli, and we'll do a boot race. Get some LVs going.
Borelli. Borelli.
Borelli. Borelli.
Sit back.
Borelli. 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 Oh my Lord, I can't do it anymore. I can't take it.
Oh my God.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh!
John Borelli! Bang! This man!
Borelli! Borelli!
Go get a boot! Do we have another boot out there? I don't think we do. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm just gonna put them in here.
Just Uno boot.
You just got to get one boot. Put up. Watch it all fall out. Put up.
That's how we ball out.
Strip clubs and dollar bills.
Still
I will
got my
say
money.
this. Looking at it like this, it looks like a lot more. It's an intimidating thing. This is 3 beers, just so y'all know. You guys saw me pour it up. Everybody give a shout out to today's new MVP, John Borelli. If I'm wearing your jersey and you send in a 1 hundo, that's a boot. And, well, Borelli, I'm just going to tell you this. There's a chance
There's some doors in this house.
There's a chance that Trace wants you to have a Saints jersey as well.
There's some doors in this house.
So we might
There's
have to
some
figure out a
doors
way
in
to
this
get that
house.
one going. I know they're going crazy over in the Knicks stream, and I love it. They're getting nuts. They're trying to compete with us. All right, what do you got?
Happy dads.
Is that a happy? What is on that? Oh, it's a sticker.
Sticker.
Happy
It's a statement
dad.
for shopping with us.
Oh no, I was like looking at the sticker. I thought it was an IPA. That's honestly what I thought. I was like, that's
He's a happy
insane.
dad. Happy
shit,
dad.
to do an IPA food.
I was like, this guy's about to do an IPA.
He's a happy dad.
All right, so I got a pineapple. I have a raspberry. I actually have a Happy Mom, which I'm not gonna lie. I actually thought this was Sharpie. I thought somebody crossed them out with Sharpie. Like, why did somebody take that much time? 2 pineapples and a raspberry. That's what I'm rocking.
Wild cherry and pineapple.
Wild cherry and a pineapple. Who you got? The Borelli happened. Borelli happened. This is exactly what happens on ESPN. 2 dudes. And Tyler is rock hard. All right, here we go. Who you got? Type T for Trace. Type M for Mitch. Let me know down in the comments. Next boot's going to be on Chugs. As in, I'm going to drink it off him. Here we go. Type T for Trace. Type M for Mitch. The boot?
Yes.
Yikes. All right, Trace, when you're ready.
And they're off. Trace starts to turn his boot. Mitch is going at the mega boot. Who's going to win? Let me know. Mitch or Trace. Get Mitch or Trace in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to win this boot race. They're going down to the wire. Mitch is taking down the mega boot. Trace got the fire in his eye. It's coming down. Mitch is finished. Trace, a little spiel.
Is it halftime?
Trace, a little spiel.
Halftime. We haven't even started the game yet.
Oh.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. It's not easy. That's not easy at all.
Is it hard?
Oh, race time. Hang on. I gotta add Borelli to the new boot Hall of Fame here on the Megalodon. I'm telling you what. I'm sorry. I'm hurting. That was tough.
Oh, yeah.
Borelli, the brand new. We're adding more to the Megalodon boot. I will say, once this gets filled, that's going to be what we decide to auction off. It's going to be the first ever Megalodon boot auction. Big time stuff, man.
All right, now we are going to get into
Correct.
our Raiders versus Bills.
Dude.
Week 2.
Who you got? LV for the Raiders. Steven69 says Mitch representing. That's right. Shout out to Borelli. Shout out to Patrick B. for always being legends. All right. Coming up right now, Raiders, Bills, Week 2, Madden. Hopefully you got your drinking pants on. Hopefully you got your big boy pants. This game here is going to be one hell of a show. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Coming up here on today's show, Raiders versus Bills, Week 2, Madden simulation. If you haven't already, go down to the comments and let me know who you got. Type LV for the Las Vegas Raiders, or I want you to type BUF for the Buffalo Bills. And just like the regular season, I have simulated every single Week 1 game. So guess what? The Raiders, after taking down the Denver Broncos yesterday, they won 27-17. They are currently sitting at 1-0. The Buffalo Bills, they beat the New York Jets in Week 1, so they are also 1-0. The AFC West standings after our Madden simulation, all the AFC West teams picked up dubs. Chiefs took down the Detroit Lions. I don't remember who the Chargers beat. And then the Broncos, of course, lost to the Silver and Black. So right now, as it stands, it's the 1-0 Las Vegas Raiders going up against the 1-0 Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs up against Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Myers, Devontae Adams. This is sure to be a great, great game. And if you enjoy all of the games that we've been throwing out there here on the Raiders Report, don't be afraid. Hit that like button and don't be afraid to click the share, because the more people we get here to our live shows, the more people that watch the Raiders Report means the more things that we are able to do here on the Raiders Report. So the Raiders last season were 6-11. The Bills last season, they were, I believe, 13-4, I believe is the correct record. So this year, though, Madden, 1-0 for Buffalo, 1-0 for the Las Vegas Raiders. And coming up here on today's show, we are doing an entire live simulation, 8-minute quarters. And if you're wondering, all right, Mitchell, what other days are you going to be live doing these shows? I enjoy them. Here is the rest of the schedule for the entire month of July. We're going to be live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then once August rolls around, if the Raiders do make the playoffs, we will simulate the playoffs based on all of the simulations, and we're going to be looking at the rankings. So, without further ado, it is officially time to get into our Raiders Buffalo Bills Week 2 Madden watch party. And beautiful, beautiful stadium here. Sean McDermott walking out onto the field. I was a little bit happy that this game wasn't a little bit later on, for the simple fact of this was a cold weather game. I'd be nervous. Josh Jacobs looks motivated. He did struggle a little bit in Week 1. Garoppolo, 3 passing touchdowns. Jacoby Myers had 2 receiving touchdowns. Devontae Adams had himself a receiving touchdown. The Bills rocking the red. The Raiders will be rocking the whites. And I am really curious to see how Patrick Graham's defense holds up today against a potent offense led by one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, as he walks out onto the field right now, Josh Allen. So one more time here, get your score predictions in the chat. You're going to go with the Buffalo Bills, or are you going to go with the Las Vegas Raiders? Score prediction time. Earlier on our live show, Jeremy, I took the Las Vegas Raiders to win this football game, because I'm telling you right now, I am never going to take them to lose. And I'm hoping it's going to be a high-scoring game. 34-31, Raiders are going to come away with a dub. Chandler Jones getting his team hyped up. Tyree Wilson needs to have a big game today. Max Crosby was a little bit quiet, no doubt about it. number one here has got a tiny head. I don't know. He looks like he ran into that Midas Witch Doctor commercial from a few years ago. And it looks like right now the Raiders are going to be kicking this one away, which means they will receive the ball at halftime. And at halftime here on the Raiders Report, if it's anything like it was yesterday, it's going to be one crazy, crazy show. So McDaniels is getting ready. Are you ready, nation? Get some Raiders going in the chat right now. Tyree Wilson on the kickoffs. This is, that's ballsy. I'll tell you that. Definitely a ballsy move. Oh, man, here we go. Here we go. Raiders, Bills, 8-minute quarters. Friendly reminder on that. And the kick is away. Daniel Carlson sends this one back, and it's going to be a touchback. First down and 10 for the Buffalo Bills, and here comes Bills Mafia offense. I will always admit this. If there was a fan base that I believe that can compete with the Nation, Bills Mafia does have to be up there, but Raider Nation is ultimately undefeated. If you haven't already, click that like button. Make sure you do. For those of you watching live, every time we get to 100 likes, Chugs is knocking down a shot. Josh Allen and the Bills offense out here on the field. Curious to see where this one goes. Tano Raider says Crosby got held 10 times last game. Got to get that call. There were multiple times I thought last game where Crosby got held, which just goes to show how realistic this Madden simulation ultimately is. So Buffalo here out of the pistol, no. They're going to be somewhere in the shotgun, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Allen, handoff up the middle, and it's a big hole. Tackle made there by Robert Spillane. And that is a not good start for this Raiders defense. That was a huge running lane for Buffalo right up the middle, and they're going to pick up a first down. Let's get some D's in the chat cheering on this Raiders defense on the road in Buffalo. And I mean, wow, big-time running lane there by the Buffalo Bills. And again, shotgun. You're probably going to see a lot of shotgun here for Buffalo. You got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Allen drops back, got all day to throw. Chandler Jones, I thought he was going to get a swat in there. And another completed pass for Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen picks up 4 yards there. And if they really, I don't mind them getting beat by the running back position all that much. However, I would like for them to slow it down a little bit. You can't give up anything big to Stephon Diggs. Now Allen's under center. He's going to drop back. Chandler Jones is getting held. Can I get a flag? Allen's going to tuck it. He's going to run. And he's going to get touched down there by Divine Diablo. But I don't understand how there's not a flag thrown there for Chandler. Clearly getting held. F the refs. I mean, he was all over him. He slides down. He still gets the first down. Tackle made then tactically by Divine Diablo. Looks like right now in the game it's Jerry Tillery. I don't see Max Crosby's out there on the field. Raiders showing a blitz. Type BS in the chat. Single back formation. Ball at the 49-yard line. Allen drops back. Raiders get some pressure. Chandler Jones misses Allen, and he gets away. And he's taken down, and it's a gain of 7. Oh, man. I mean, that's a huge missed opportunity by the Raiders defense there on that play. I mean, you got to be able to wrap them up there, bring them down. That would have been a loss of 4 or 5 instead of 2nd down and 13. You're looking now at 2nd down and 3. Raiders, though, showing blitz again. Max Crosby up, and it's a quick throw, middle of the field, and it's caught in a first down by Buffalo. That's just too easy. It's a simple slant route. Looks like the Raiders are playing man. Duke Shelley gets beat there. Hoping for a little bit better of a turnout. It's Gabe Davis for the Buffalo Bills. And if you're the Raiders here, you're like, all right, guys, we got to rally together. We got to try to figure out a way to get a stop. Trevon Merrick, Nate Hobbs, Marcus Epps in the game. Duke Shelley. I'd like to see a little bit more out of Tyree Wilson in this one. Here we go. Buffalo shotgun ball at the 34-yard line. Allen drops back looking all day to throw again, and he's going to use his legs if the Raiders don't figure out a way to contain Allen, who's already carried the ball 3 times in today's game for probably close to 30 yards. They're going to be in trouble. Can I get some D's in the chat? PG2869. Nick spamming D. D'Angelo spamming D. Let's get loud. 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 26-yard line. 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Handoff right side. What a play. And it's third down. Type the threes in the chat. Here we go. What a beautiful play on that last one by Divine Diablo. Josh Allen under center. Receivers spread out far right. They're going to pass. Allen looking. He's got to scramble. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run. And he's going to pick up another first down with his legs. And if this team doesn't start doing some sort of quarterback contain, it's going to be a long, long game here. I mean, this drive, Allen has picked up, 2-3 first downs with his legs, and now the Buffalo Bills are officially in the red zone here. Ball at the 20-yard line, and it's first down and 10. It's been a very long and impressive drive by Buffalo. Dawson Knox cheering on his teammates here. Allen saying to the offensive line, hell of a job. Looks like Nyheim Hines right now steps himself into the game, which I do think Nyheim Hines is going to be a very interesting back for Buffalo, and I think now that they actually just took him out. But that's James Cook in the backfield. Allen drops back looking. He's got to throw it quick. Caught. Middle of the field, Dawson Knox, and it's a first down. I mean, that's just pitch and catch. Very easy, wide open. Divine Diablo, Robert Spillane, they got to get up into the running lanes a little bit better there to be able to prevent that quick, easy hit route by Allen and Buffalo. So now it's first down and goal. Can the Raiders defense force a field goal here? Spillane, 2 tackles in this one. Both teams still have all 3 of their timeouts, and this has been a very long drive by the Bills, taking up nearly the entire first quarter. Ball at the 7.5-yard mark. Raiders break 4. Allen looks back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Deontay Hardy on not the start you were hoping for the Raiders defense. However, it is Madden, so hopefully there's going to be a lot of scoring in today's game. Duke Shelley, it looks like they kind of ran some zone there on that one. Type those FBUFs down in the chat. Steven69 not happy. I mean, that was a very impressive first drive there by the Buffalo Bills. And we'll see if they're able to convert here on the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 Buffalo up. I mean, that's 10 plays, 76 yards, touchdown. Josh Allen, though, had 4 carries for 36 yards on that first drive. If you're McDaniels, you got to be laying into Patrick Graham right now, being like, bro, that shit can't happen again. Bills up 7-0 over the Raiders, and I got a deal right now for everyone right now. If you're watching the Raiders board and if you super chat $5, and the Bills, or if the Raiders score a touchdown, for every 5 that we get, I'm going to take a drink. Actually, no, let's do this. If for every super chat we get, if the Raiders score a touchdown, I'll take a drink. Amir Abdullah is going to take it out. Ball's going to be here at the 20-yard line, and here comes Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo had a very impressive Week 1 game where he threw for 3 touchdowns, 2 to Jacoby Myers, 1 to Devontae Adams. Jacobs last week.
Let's go Raiders.
Let's get it going.
Let's go Raiders. Let's go Raiders. Let's go Raiders.
All right, the starting offensive line for the Raiders is Colton Miller, then followed by Dylan Parham, Andre James, and then Natane Moody and Jermaine Illuminor. Starting tight end, Austin Hooper, Jacoby Myers. Jacobs is the running back. Single back formation. Devontae Adams to the right. Garoppolo drops back. Got time to throw. Still looking. Middle of the field throws. Caught! Austin Hooper, that's going to be a gain of 9, but man, Hooper takes a big-time hit there by Olivier Vernon. 2nd down and 1. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter of action. I want to hear you guys loud and proud down in the chat. And again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more Raiders videos, more watch parties here on the Raiders Report. Garoppolo, handoff, Jacobs, he's got a hole. First down, Raiders! And that's what you like to see. They're running to the right side. So last week against the Broncos, I did think the Raiders did a pretty solid job running to the right side early on in the game. But then later as the game went on, they could not run the football at all. But they did score 24 points in the first half, only 3 in the second. We'll see what happens this week up against Buffalo. Here we go again. First down for the Raiders here. PG sent in a 1. If the Raiders score a touchdown, I'm drinking for every super chat that comes in here on this drive. Ball at the 38-yard line. Garoppolo, handoff, and it is stopped in the backfield. Von Miller says, no, sir. And, wow, he's only lost 1 yard. I thought they lost 3 or 4. It's a friendly spot there by the officials. You would have thought that would have been a home field spot if we were in Las Vegas. Second down and 11. Sean McDermott fired up right now after a big-time stop there by Miller, coming off a rough injury that he sustained last year. We got 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Garoppolo shotgun. They got 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like Renfro down there to the right. Garoppolo looking right. No. Now he's going back to the right side. He's going to be thrown to Jacobs. And what the hell was that? A 1-yard pickup? What in the Derek Carr check down am I watching right now? Third down and 10. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter of action. My first question is this. Will Jimmy G get hurt this season? You're just trying to troll me right now. Y for yes and for no. Garoppolo drops back. 4-man rush. Got all day to throw. Looking. And they're going to check it down again to Jacobs. And that's going nowhere. It's going to be a gain of 2. And it's a 3-and-out for Las Vegas. Unbelievable. I mean, for you to not try to get the ball downfield a little bit more, this is incredible. I really was hoping for a little bit more out of that. I mean, the Bills went right down the field. He almost broke the tackle, but for you to throw the ball 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 8, for Renfro, Jacoby Myers, Austin Hooper, you have Michael Mayer, Devontae Adams, for one of those guys not to get open, I just simply won't believe it. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Now it was an ugly one. Very ugly first quarter there by Las Vegas. I mean, you're looking at only 18 total yards of offense, no points on the board. Very different than their week 1 matchup up against the Denver Broncos. Definitely not the start we were hoping for. A.J. Cole, punt is away. It's going to be caught here at the 15-yard line, and they make a few guys miss, taken down at the... that was Colton Miller making the tackle. I promise you this, if Colton Miller makes a single tackle on a punt this year, special teams, I will do a beer boot on the house. That was crazy. Shout out to Colton Miller for making the tackle. Oh my God, that's funny. When I walked home the other day and my dad goes, yeah, Colton Miller's not nearly as big on this game as what he should be, which I 100% agree. All right, Allen, pistol formation, fake handoff. Throws it short to the tight end, Knox, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds, and it's going to be a gain of about 7. Let's go to Smashing Pumpkin. I'm surprised you're doing a play-by-play on NFL Simulator, Mitchell. And it's a watch party as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you what, practice how you want to play. This is my practice. This is my preseason. You're watching it right now here on the Raiders Report, and hey, I'm going to do the same thing next week when the Raiders play the Steelers. Here we go. Allen drops back. No, he's going to hand it off up the middle. And it's another first down for the Buffalo Bills. Nyheim Hines, man, he's really, he is. He's a hell of a pass-catching running back. He's got 2 carries for 20 yards. Nate Hobbs makes his second tackle of the game, and just everything right now is working in favor of Buffalo. Power I formation. Stephon Diggs to the left, Gabe Davis to the right, and it's another handoff up the middle, but this time good defensive play there by Chandler Jones. He's only going to get about 4 yards. Damian Harris on the run. For those that don't know, Damian Harris had a career year with Josh McDaniels and the New England Patriots back in 2021, where Harris had 202 carries, over 900 yards, and 15 rushing touchdowns. But it's time to get loud here, nation. Get some D's in the chat. Another handoff up the middle. And, I mean, they take Robert Spillane for a little bit of a run here. 3rd down and 1 for the Bills. It's 3rd down. Get loud in the chat. It's time to get a stop here for the Las Vegas Raiders.
3rd down.
Come on, nation. 3rd and 1. Allen, shotgun, 3 to the left, drops back, looking, throw, short, caught. First down, Stephon Diggs. They needed 1. They picked up 2. I don't like how much zone coverage Patrick Graham is running early on in this game. This is a team that needs to be playing a lot more press man, and they're just playing way too soft zone right now. They need to be able to get up into the face of their into the face of the offense and get some stops. It is Stephon Diggs' only catch of the game so far, though. 1 for 2. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here. Ball at the 48-yard line. Allen under center. 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Handoff up the middle. And that's a pretty good stop there. I wish he would have been able to stop the forward progress, though. Wow, better wide receiver type. DA for Devontae Adams or SD for Stephon Diggs. Let's be real. It's DA. It's not close. 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 49-yard line. Allen shotgun. Going to drop back. Fake handoff to Nyheim Hines. Allen throws, and it's incomplete. 3rd down and 7. Got to get off the field here.
It's the 3rd down. Type stop.
What up,
Type
LA
stop.
Crash Dog? LA Crash Dog, I got a deal for you. $50 super chat beer bong right now here on the Raiders Report. 3rd and 7. Allen shotgun. Going to drop back. Looking. Throws. Incomplete. The Raiders get a big-time stop. Needed it. 4th and 7. The question is, do you go for it? The way that the Buffalo Bills offense has been working today, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it, but it does look like the punting unit is out there on the field, and it looks like Amir Abdullah back to receive the punt. The kick is away, and I think it's a touchback. At the 2. Oh, are you sure? I don't know. That's the worst rule in the NFL. How can a ref be 20 yards away and be like, right here. This is where it went out of bounds. At the 2-yard line here. 4 minutes, 33 seconds. The Raiders need a 98-yard drive, and they need to score. However, if you're able to kill a lot of clock here, make it a 7-7 ball game, and you get ball back at the half, that's huge. Power I formation here for Jimmy Garoppolo and the silver and black. Jacobs is the running back. Jacob Johnson in the game, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle by Jacobs. He's going to make a few guys miss and pick up about 6 yards here. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Las Vegas Raiders. Come on, Raiders. Chugs, what do you want the deal to be on this drive? You make the deal. I'll do it. Garoppolo under center, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Going to send a guy in motion. They better call hike, though. Looks like Garoppolo changing up the play. Now looks like Michael Mayer's in the game. Garoppolo drops back, throws, back foot. Adams caught. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown! Raiders! Type those 17s. Jimmy Garoppolo finds Devontae Adams for over 90 yards and a touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo just threw his hardest football of his entire career on his back foot. Unbelievable. Spam those 17s.
I couldn't even get my deal in.
Spam those 17s. What an unbelievable play there by Adams. He beat his man. It looks like they went man coverage one-on-one. Put his foot in the dirt, made a guy miss, and that was the rest. Touchdown, Raiders.
What a start to this game.
Wow, that was electric.
Also, it's on me. It's the 2nd quarter.
Oh, what an unbelievable touchdown there for Devontae Adams. If you spam 17, we'll give you a shout-out here on the show. Shout-out to Raiders Bueno Loco. Shout-out to Ryan Lewis, Venom Sosa, Die Hard Raider, Jensen Solaris, PG2869, Mr. Akon, Queen Sarah Otto, and Eric. Big-time touchdown here. 7-7 ball game now. That's what we needed. Beautiful kick there by Daniel Carlson. It's going to be a return. It's a nice return there. And it gets all the way up to about the 25-yard line. LA Crash Dog taking advantage of the deal. I respect it. LA Crash Dog Cheers to you, my brother. And you know what? After that big-time Davante Adams touchdown, every 50 we get until halftime, we're going to knock back a beer here. Shout out to LA Crash Dog. Let's go, Raiders! Real one for life. Raider Nation for life.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Here we go. Josh Allen under center. He's going to drop back. He's going to look. Going to continue to look. Middle of the field. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Coming up here for the Buffalo Bills. That was close to coming back up. I'm not going to lie. One to the left, two to the right. Running back there looks like it's Damian Harris again. Josh Allen under center, looking, throw short, caught, but a quick tackle by Robert Spillane, and we get a big third down here. Defense, gotta get him off the field. Third down and 5, 7-7 ball game. Spillane.
Third down.
Spillane right now leading the team with 4 tackles, and Allen's at a shotgun. Looks like Stephon Diggs at the bottom right-hand side of your screen all by himself. Allen looking. Can't give up the run. Don't give up. Oh, they almost got a sack. Allen scrambling. He got him. Fourth down, Divine Diablo. What a stop. What an absolute stop there by Divine Diablo. So that
He's
first
your
drive,
X-Factor.
the first drive, Allen picked up 3 first downs with the legs. He had 36 rushing yards in that first drive. And what did the Raiders do there? They went a little QB spy. They hung back there with Divine. And I'll tell you what, that tackle there by Diablo was, in fact, Divine. So will Buffalo decide to punt it away because the Raiders, they get ball start of the second half. That's huge. If this team is able to get another score, go up 14-7, and then you get ball back at the half, I'll tell you what,
Huge.
the way that this game started compared to where we're at right now, I feel a lot different. But I also know this. Well, until the second half will always scare me this season. Back to receive it, caught, and he goes down right away. I mean, that should have been a fair catch. We got 2 minutes left here in the first half.
Little 2-minute drill.
What's that?
Right now, 2-minute drill.
Oh, I thought you meant like a 2-minute drill, as a game or something like that. Here we go. 2 minutes to go in the first half of action. We got a 7-7 ball game. Raiders have the 2-minute warning, and they have all 3 of their timeouts. Garoppolo, ball at the 19-yard line. Jacobs is the running back. Adams to the right. Garoppolo drops back. Got all day to throw. Steps up, throws. Caught. Jacobs going to get 4, maybe 6. All right, they're going to give him 6 yards here, and it's officially the 2-minute warning. I mean, Buffalo, you got to tip their cap to them a little bit. Last week, Gabe Davis, 6 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. This week has yet to get anything. Garoppolo, shotgun, got 2 to the left. He drops back. He's looking. Quick throw, middle field, caught. First down, Raiders. Type those ones all the way up to the 39-yard line. I'll tell you what, this game, you really saw Denver last week take Jacobs out of it. And this week, the Raiders have done a good job really trying to get their star running back implemented into the game plan a little bit. Right now, what I want to know down in the comments, who is your favorite Raiders player? Let me know. Garoppolo drops back, looking. Von Miller out of nowhere. Jacobs just missed his assignment. I know it's a lot to ask for your running back to be able to block Von Miller, but I mean, Colt Miller got whooped. It's not really on Jacobs. That's 100% on Miller. He knew it too. He put his hand up there. He said, you know what? That's on me, Jimmy. That's on me, McDaniels. I believe, though, that's the first sack. Second sack of the season that the Raiders have given up.
Definitely eats wings better than he blocks on Madden.
Yeah, that one was rough. I mean, it's been a rough start of the season for Miller, though. He did leave last week's game with an injury, so maybe he's still feeling a little bit. 3 to the right, Garoppolo looks. Still looking, throw short, Jacobs, and he goes down. They're going to lose. Nope, they don't lose anything. Today, Garoppolo, though, 7-7 for 123 yards and a touchdown, but majority of those yards came on a 92-yard touchdown catch by Davante Adams. So now it's 3rd and 13, Chugs. Do you run the football here or do you pass? Because I'm worried they're going to give the Bills a little bit too much time. It is Madden after all. Ball at the 36, Garoppolo, 3, 2, they're going to throw it. He drops back. He steps up. Oh, my Lord, are you shitting me, Jacoby? That ball should have been picked, and then Jacoby should have caught it. Unbelievable. That's a terrible display of concentration. Spam those WTFs down in the comment. I mean, that should have been a clear interception, and then it falls right into Jacoby Myers' hands, and he says, you know what, I'm all right. I'm not going to catch it. Dropped 11 seconds to go. I don't believe what I just saw. Butterfingers and Tony Scott, Kevin, what up, Ken? What up, Wesley? What up, Elizabeth? Mr. Akon. 11 seconds to go, and the Bills here, again, the Raiders, they get ball at the half. Neither team has used any timeouts right now. And Josh Allen, they're going to hand it off, and it's a nice play there by Chandler Jones. And I would imagine this is going to take us into halftime here. And it is, in fact, going to take us into halftime. So I thought it was going to be a lot higher scoring of a game. Both defenses, though, have really shown up. I mean, minus one big play by Devontae Adams. Nothing really for the Raiders offense. What up, LA? I'm at the UFC fight in Vegas heading to the weigh-ins. Look for the corn shirt. We'll try to check in later. If I can get a screenshot of something of the corn shirt and I see that on TV, LA, that's a special shout out to you. There's no doubt about that. We are 40 likes away from Jeremy Chuggs taking down a shot here on the Raiders Report. We got 430 people watching. The second half is getting ready to get kicked off here. Who you got? Type LV for the Las Vegas Raiders or BUF for the Buffalo Bills. Now, last week, the halftime show that we had here was absolutely insane. I'll also say that we are $1 away from me having to add another beer into the beer boot. $1 away. Kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild stuff. Garoppolo walking out onto the field. He's got a little bit of a strut. Probably feeling all high and mighty. Probably had some free sex for life. Feeling great. First down and 10. Coming up here for Las Vegas. And, I mean, this is a drive that you need to be able to convert on. No doubt about it. P.J. Simmons says, Mitch, don't worry. I got your back, man. Pouring it into the Megalodon boot, just so y'all know. Garoppolo, first down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Jacobs. And he's going to get about 5. Oh, I'm totally wrong there. 1 yard. I looked down for half a second. I looked up, and I thought he got 5. Second down and 9. I mean, right now the Bills, again, have done a good job against Josh in this running attack. No doubt about it. Shout out to P.J. Simmons. He got Garoppolo shotgun again, 3 to the left. I mean, we got to get Jacoby Myers involved here in the game. Fake handoff to Jacobs. Throw. Caught! Hooper! Did he get his feet in? I mean, did he drag the foot? I don't know. I think he did. Hurry up. Oh, I don't know. That's close. I don't know. Hurry up. McDaniels needs to hurry it up here. Was it a catch? Y for yes and for no. Y for yes and for no. Hooper, 2 catches, 22 yards. If you're the Raiders, you got to get this off. I don't know if he got his 2 feet in. That's close. Come on, Garoppolo. And they challenge the play. Son of a... That's on McDaniels. That's on Garoppolo. You got to have more of a veteran mindset. I don't think that he caught it. Did he get it? Why free? You think? Chuggs is saying he think he did. Second look, it's close. Was it a catch? Yeah, you guys seem confident. I don't know. Here we go. We're about to get the official review here. What up, PG? After review, the ruling on the field stands. It was a catch. I knew it all along. Never a doubt in my mind. I knew it. It was a catch, just like the Keelan Cole touchdown. First down and 10. Garoppolo under center. Jacobs is the running back. Devontae and Jacoby to the right, and they're going to hand it off again to Jacobs. Got a little bit of a running lane. He won't go down. It's going to be a gain of about 2. Hang on, there's an injured Bills player on the field. Looks like it's Matt Milano. That's a huge loss for the Bills defense, arguably their best linebacker, and considering the fact that Tremaine Edmonds left last season. Now he's with the Chicago Bears. I mean, they're really thin at the linebacker position. Type those JJs. Very impressive run there by the Raiders running back. We got 440 people watching right now. If you haven't already, click that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the Raiders Report. And don't be afraid to hit that share button to get more videos here from myself and my entire team here at Chat Sports. 2nd down and 1. Ball at the 48, 47-yard line. Garoppolo, fake handoff to Jacobs. Still looking. Pressure, throws. Got to get rid of it. Is that intentional grounding? I don't see a flag on the field. I have yet to see a flag this entire season. So 3rd and 1. Do you run it with Jacobs? Renfro's been quiet today. Jacoby Myers has been quiet today. I mean, realistically, the Raiders' offense has really struggled, minus that one big play. They do have the power I formation. However, the defense is backed off a little bit, and it's a wheel route, and it's just no chance. No chance. Sack by Garoppolo. I hate the play call. It took way too long to develop. They were looking for Jacobs. Not going to happen. If that's the route that you're going to run, I would have rather you just either run the football with Josh or you got to target Devontae there on a slant. I don't like it. Boo. You got to boo McDaniels there. That's a piss poor effort by your head coach. 7-7 ball game. 6 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the third quarter of action. McDaniels a little less ass slapping, a little bit more looking at your play sheet here. 7-7, and the punter comes out on the field. It's A.J. Cole. I don't know if he got it. That's a beauty. Down to the 10, tackle made. I'll tell you what, it's really hard to tell how well they hit it in this. It's really difficult. And here comes the Buffalo Bills offense. Josh Allen, I mean, that very first drive they had in the first quarter, they went right down the field, 10 plays, 75 yards, and a touchdown. And now they have not been able to do much. Will they be able to respond here after getting another big stop? But this Bills defense is giving the Raiders a lot of trouble here early on. All right, y'all. Looks like it's a pistol formation here for Buffalo. One to the left, two to the right. Allen, fake handoff, and throws middle of the field wide open. And he's going to be able to find Gabe Davis. Tackle made there by Marcus Epps. If you're trying to have Marcus Epps cover Gabe Davis, that's a mismatch every single day of the week, and I'm not going to like what that's going to happen. Buffalo, though, 74 passing yards today. Allen hasn't done much with his arm. He's done a lot more with his legs, picking up clutch first downs, has over 40 rushing yards in today's game. So we'll see if the Raiders continue to do what they're doing. I mean, the fact that they only have 7 points, that's impressive. It's just the Raiders' offense also hasn't done anything at all. 7 points for Las Vegas as well. Buffalo, pistol formation again here. You got two to the left, one to the right, tight end really close to Josh Allen. They're going to send Stephon Diggs in motion, and Allen's going to hand it off up the middle, and it's a huge running lane there for Damian Harris. Tackle made, and it's another first down. Harris now 6 carries for 20 yards in today's game. I mean, we have not seen a lot of offense. Both defenses have played well. We'll see if Buffalo here is able to convert. Hopefully the Raiders can get a stop, and you know what? I think it's a perfect opportunity. Get those stops going in the chat. Let's get them going right now in the chat. Get the stops flowing right now. Down in the chat, 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And again, if you haven't already, if you're looking for free videos around the Las Vegas Raiders, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. Allen drops back, looking. Throw the flag. Bilal Nichols is being held, and it's completed again to, I'll be honest, this Hardy guy, he caught the touchdown earlier. Never heard of him. 169 yards of offense for Buffalo today. It's a good route. I thought Bilal Nichols was getting held, though. Tackle made by Las Vegas. Coming up here, it's going to be first down and 10 for Buffalo. Got to get a stop, for the love of God. 4 minutes, 43 seconds to go. What up, Co? What up, Venom Sosa, Vincenzo, Mr. Akon? I got Steven 69. Allen under center, handoff. Damian Harris, nowhere to go, but he still was able to squeak out 4 yards. Like, if you're the Raiders there, you got to be really disappointed in that effort by your defense. You had 4 defenders around Damian Harris and unable to bring him down. That should have been a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards. However, Divine Diablo with the green dot trying to hype up his teammates here. You got to hold Buffalo to a field goal. Ball at the 18-yard line. Allen, handoff, middle. Harris makes a few guys miss. And I don't know if you're just seeing the Raiders get tired here up front, but right now the Bills are winning the battle in the trenches. Another big one there by Harris. It's going to be first down and goal for the Buffalo Bills, and they continue to move the chains. It's been a very impressive drive here by Josh Allen, by Damian Harris, and by this Bills offense. First down and goal coming up here for Buffalo. I don't believe penalties are turned off. Yeah, we didn't touch penalties. Penalties are still on. So here we go. Josh Allen, shotgun, handoff, no. Quarterback keeper, touchdown Bills. Touchdown Bills. Josh Allen uses his legs, which it's a really good play call there by Buffalo. I mean, they've been able to run the football very effectively here on this drive, and they've been really running a lot to the right side, so to be able to do a counter there to the right side, and then Allen ends up keeping it. Touchdown Bills. It's now 13-7. Buffalo up over Las Vegas. 3 minutes to go here. Hopefully they miss this extra point. It just doesn't look good right now for the Raiders. You got to be able to respond. Kick is up. Kick is good. 14-7. Bills have the lead at home. You just, minus the one big play by Davante Adams, the Raiders have been quiet. Trevon Merrick is warming up at QB, apparently. Oh, no, he's tossing it to Jimmy. I was like, you know what? Let's get wild here. Let's get wild. Come on, Garoppolo. Get your shit together. Let's get a touchdown drive here by the Raiders. What's going to happen here on this drive? Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt? Chugs, the last time I asked you to make a deal, the Raiders scored a touchdown. So, I need you to make a deal.
For every collective $10 on this drive, if the Raiders score, field goal or touchdown, I'll take a shot.
Okay, I like it. Kick is away, and it's going to be caught here at the 2-yard line. Amir Abdullah takes it up the field and just gets obliterated. I mean, Amir, he was a really solid return man last season for the Raiders. Has struggled early on here in this season. Gets only back to about the 16-yard line. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter of action. Raiders down 14-7 up against the Buffalo Bills. So Scheffler.
Basically a shot clock. Every $10, if the Raiders score a field goal or touchdown on this drive, I will take a shot.
All right, Garoppolo, shotgun, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to drop back. He's going to look deep. Middle. Caught! Renfro! All the way up to the 48-yard line. I mean, Renfro just said, you're too small. You're too small. So they went 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and Garoppolo just threw it up to him. He had his mismatch there. That's not even a mismatch. That's one of the better players on defense. Type those 13s in the chat. Let's go. Gerald Davis, Queen Sarah Otto. That's a big-time play there.
I'm going to get off scotch-free if nobody sends it in.
I'll tell you this. The biggest thing Madden missed is how tall Colt Miller is. Colt Miller's like the smallest guy in the field. He's the biggest. Garoppolo, handoff, Jacobs, nothing. Second down and 9. Jacobs, 6 carries for 22 yards. It's been a little bit of a lackluster start of the season there for the NFL rushing leader. I gotta give a lot of credit to Buffalo though.
He missed training camp.
Probably. I gotta give Buffalo some credit though. They have really kept Jacoby Myers silent in this game after such a big game last week. Garoppolo under center, gonna drop back, looking, throws, caught, first down Raiders. Garoppolo today, 10 of 12 for 182 yards and a touchdown. Adams, 2 catches, 105 yards and a touchdown. Come on, McDaniels, get into your bag here real quick. Cook something up. We got to find ourselves a way to get in the end zone. I mean, they double-teamed, it looks like, Austin Hooper, which left one-on-one for Devontae. I'll take that every single day of the week. Every day of the week. Here we go. Type those ones. I got Venom, El Loco, Mr. Akon, Jacob Vega, PG, 28-6-9, Garoppolo, shotgun. Nobody's back there with them. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Garoppolo looking, throws, back foot. And I think he just got rid of that one. I think he threw that deep to Jacobs. I don't love that. Yeah, that doesn't deserve a fist pump. I don't know why we're doing that. That just makes no sense to me. Minute 7 to go here in the third quarter of action. We got 450 people watching. If you haven't already, click the like button right now. Are the Raiders going to beat the Bills in week 2? Y for yes, N for no. Garoppolo drops back, throws. Caught! Breaks a tackle. And he's going to get about 6 yards. I mean, that was a risky throw. That was almost a pick six. Jacobs man enough to catch it and pick up 6 hard-fought yards. What the Raiders are going to have to do here is they have a serious decision. Do you try to pick up maybe... Raider Kiko took advantage of the deal. Remember, if the Raiders score on this drive, you send in a 10. Chugs is doing a shot. Garoppolo looking, throws. What on earth are we doing? You kick a field goal here. John Scheffler! So if the Raiders make this field goal, Chugs, you owe 6 shots. 6. Here we go. Daniel Carlson out to kick the field goal to make this a 14-10 game. Kick is up. Really? Missed it? Carlson misses the field goal. Oh, that's a backbreaker. Are you effing me? Misses the field goal, Daniel Carlson. Dude is automatic. And he misses it. Oh, John. You know what? I'll drink one for you, John. I'll drink one for you, John. Cheers to you for being an absolute real one. Allen deep throws. Oh, he broke it up. Double coverage there down to Gabe Davis. Ultimately, though, it's going to fall incomplete. And that's going to do it. Get your 4s up. It's the fourth quarter now, rolling in here. Raiders down 14-7. Man, that missed field goal by Carlson, that's really going to come back and bite us in the butt. Really going to come back and bite us in the butt. Crosby is in the game. It's just for whatever reason, they never show him in these highlights. Well, he's not in the game right now, so I don't know what Patrick Graham's doing, but we're going to have a conversation with him. Josh Allen drops back, looks, throws, middle of the field, broken up again. Incomplete, 3rd down and 10. Here's a big-time opportunity to get your defense off the field. Get those stops going. Get those stops going. I mean, in all honesty, where the hell's Crosby? Allen, shotgun, drops back, looking. He's going to scramble. And he slides. He's going to be short. He's going to be short of the 1st down. 4th down and 3. That's a huge, huge stop there by the Raiders defense. Huge stop there by the Raiders defense. What's funny is Colt Miller apparently is the same height as Jimmy Garoppolo. This is unbelievable. Scheffler says, Chugs, you got lucky. You're not wrong. John, that's for you. At the 1? I mean, hey, the last time the Raiders, though, were that close, they did score a touchdown. I mean, that's a absolute perfect punt there by Buffalo. Come on, Raiders. Come on, Raiders. Got to get a touchdown score here. That Carlson field goal, I can already tell you, it's going to come back and haunt us. Going to come back to haunt us. Garoppolo trying to rally the troops here. Ball's at the 1-yard line. We need a 99-yard touchdown. That's a crazy punt. Insane punt. Garoppolo under center. Jacobs is the running back. They're going to throw. And it's caught. Austin Hooper. Oh, man, Garoppolo's been efficient. But, again, it's that 92 yards by Devontae. Minus that, this Raiders offense has not really done a lot today. In fact, they haven't done much at all. Here we go. 2nd down and 2. Garoppolo under center. Wow, look at all the tight ends to the left side. Hooper, I mean, I think they have 3 tight ends in the game right now. And it's a handoff left side. Jacobs, nowhere. 3rd down and 1. You got to stop running the football. I mean, I am all about running the ball with Jacobs in real life, but in Madden, it's not working, Josh. It's not working. 3rd down and 1 coming up here for the Raiders. And now they're going to go shotgun. I don't know. Renfro to the right, 3 to the left. Garoppolo is going to drop back. He's going to look. He's going to continue to look. He's going to pick up another 1st down there with Austin Hooper. Big time pickup there by the tight end that they signed out of free agency. It's his 4th catch of the game for 42 yards, and it's a chain mover. Get those ones going down in the chat right now. Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, Devontae's covered. Everybody's covered. Finds the open man. Soft zone coverage. Big time pickup there. Come on, let's go. Come on, Raiders. 5 minutes, 42 seconds to go here. Las Vegas has all 3 of their timeouts remaining, and they're going to go with this bunch formation yet again. However, it looks like Devontae is the lone receiver to the left. Garoppolo looks picked. Picked off, throws it right to him. Devontae was in the slot. Garoppolo to Taylor Rapp. I mean, he threw it right to him. He threw it right frickin' to him. That's about as bad as it gets. He was expecting Devontae to beat him. Throws it right to his man. And it's an interception. Unbelievable. And here comes Josh Allen of the Bills offense, and they are in just phenomenal field range right now. Get the Fs going in the chat. That's a backbreaker. Garoppolo, so they had 3 to the right. They had Jacoby Myers to the left. I mean, he just forced it there. There was no need to force that pass after picking up a 1st down. That's about as bad as it gets. Ball now here is at the 17-yard line, and Allen's under center. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw. He's going to throw it to Gabe Davis, and it's going to be a 1st down, Buffalo. Allen today, 10 of 15. 2nd and 1. 10 of 15, 107 yards, but Allen's done a lot of his dirty work on the ground. He's got a rushing touchdown. Yeah, I think Crosby got hurt in this game. That's the only answer. Crosby must have got hurt in this game. Allen under center. He's going to drop back. He's looking, throws, touchdown Buffalo. His 2nd touchdown of the game. Deontay Hardy. Bills up 21-7 now. 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in this game. That's just too easy. Devine loses contain. The Raiders are running a lot of zone. A lot of zone today against Buffalo. Maybe it's because they're worried about Allen's ability to be able to run the football. But, man, that missed field goal now by Carlson, that turnover by Garoppolo. Good teams score touchdowns. Bad teams don't convert when they need to. Kick is up. Kick is good. 21-7 now is the score here for Las Vegas. Come on, Raiders. What are we doing? Oh, and yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I just saw Max Crosby out on the field, so I don't know what Patrick Graham's doing. We're going to have a little chit-chat with Mr. Patrick Graham about why Crosby isn't in every single snap. We need a big-time play here, Jeremy. I need something happen. Here we go, Buffalo getting ready to kick this one away. Raiders back to receive it. Oh, he's going to take it out of the end zone. That's a mistake. And he gets taken down at the 18. Someone needs to tell Amir he just needs to start kneeling down the football. Devontae Adams today having a hell of a game. 3 catches, 104 yards, and a touchdown. However, Garoppolo did just target him on that last drive, which led to an interception. Here we go, though. You need to put some points on the board. Jacoby Myers, I don't even know if he has one target today. It should have been picked. Need to have an answer here by the silver and black. Now, that's what I mean. 16 likes away from Jeremy doing a shot. The Raiders are even winning the yards battle. It's just Raiders got to be able to convert here. Garoppolo looking, throws, left side, caught. Austin Hooper, 1st down. Get the ones in the chat. You need a quick touchdown here. You need to have yourself a quick little touchdown and then get the ball back after a stop. You got all 3 of your timeouts. There's no reason to panic, but you do have to have yourself a little bit of urgency If you're the Bills, though, you're like minus the one giant play by Devontae. Your defense has done one hell of a job here, and you're probably not hitting that panic button all too much. Coming up here, first down and 10, ball at the 34-yard line for Jimmy Garoppolo in this Raiders offense. Jacobs is the running back, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Garoppolo hands it off to Jacobs, makes a guy miss, and he's going to lose 5, 7 yards. Jermaine just got whooped on the right side by Olivier Vernon. And if you're the Raiders, though, who? Gregory Rousseau out of Miami. Who? Yeah, what did I say? I keep saying Olivier Vernon. I mean Ed Oliver. Holy shit.
Close but no cigar.
Close but no cigar. Unbelievable. Second down and set. You're down 2 touchdowns. Why the hell are we running the football? Why are we running the football? Come on, McDaniels. Garoppolo, shotgun, drops back, looking, throws, caught again by Hooper. I think that was supposed to go to Devontae. Seriously, I mean, you look at that route tree, I think Devontae had a lot more room to run. Now it's third down and 12. You're down 2 touchdowns. I don't know. That was a disgrace. Third down and 12. I mean, you got to start thinking, am I in 4-down territory here? I think the Raiders are in 4-down territory. Way too many checkdowns. I mean, there's nobody in the middle of the field. If I'm the Raiders here, I'm trying to pick up 7, 8 yards. And I thought they were about to hand off the ball. Garoppolo looking, throws, deep, incomplete. 4th down and 12. What do you do? Do you punt it or do you go for it? I agree, but that's not the play that I go with there. If I plan on going for it on 4th down, I'm looking at a short intermediate route here. Oh, it's 4th down and 12, and they're going for it. I mean, they're going for it. Y for yes, N for no. Garoppolo looks. Bills bring a blitz. Garoppolo back foot, throws it up, caught! Jacoby Myers! What an unbelievable throw and catch. Garoppolo from his back foot throws a seed 40 yards down the field. Oh, I love Madden. Jacoby Myers. Edwards is having himself a rough day, though. He gave up about a 40-yard catch to Hunter, and then he gives up that bomb to Jacoby Myers, and that's about as big as it gets. That's about as big as it gets. Here we go. Myers' his only catch today for 38 yards. Now Garoppolo's got to feel a little bit more confident. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Garoppolo drops back looking. Checks it down to Jacobs. Get out of bounds. Stays in bounds. The clock continues to go. Josh, the veteran that he is, he needs to understand that you got to get out of bounds there. Even though he hasn't had a lot of success on the ground, 7 catches, 35 yards, you got to get this off before the 2-minute warning, Raiders. Nope, they're just going to take their time. 2-minute warning. That's just piss poor coaching. You got to have your team ready to have that next play. Jacobs needs to go out of bounds. You need to be able to use the 2-minute warning. Unbelievable there. Ball at the 24-yard line. Garoppolo drops back, throws. Picked. He throws an interception. Tre'Davious White, and I think that's going to do it. I think that'll do it. Garoppolo, he's just not even close. He tried to throw it to Jacoby Myers. It's just not even close. What the hell was that? I mean, my God. For Garoppolo to throw a 40-yard seed off his back foot and then to come back with that, it's almost like somebody tapped the B button and just threw a floater. Interception by Buffalo. It's not looking good right now for the Raiders. I was hoping we'd go to 2-0 on the season. And 2 turnovers. You just can't have 2 turnovers against the Buffalo Bills. That was bad. This is a very bad performance here. Raiders get a stop here early on. It's going to be 2nd down and 8, and they use their first timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining. I mean, even you use all your timeouts, the Raiders are going to have about a minute left in time, and they need 2 scores. And you need about 2 scores here. We're about 6 likes away from Jeremy taking another shot. Josh Allen under center, power I formation. Raiders showing a blitz handoff up the middle and he's going to get about 4 yards. 3rd down and 4 coming up here for Buffalo. Robert Spillane today leads the Raiders for tackles with 6. Raiders use another timeout. They have 1 remaining here, so you got to get a stop. If the Bills get this 1st down, game's over. If the Raiders going to stop here, you're saying there's a chance. So the Bills are going to go out of shotgun. Looks like they got a receiver to the left and another running back to the right. Naheem Hines goes to the left. Throws. Broken up there by Duke Shelley. That's a big-time play. And the Raiders save a timeout. So not only does Buffalo get a little bit ballsy by throwing the football, hell of a play there by Duke Shelley. There's 1:45 to go, and they have themselves a timeout. They're going to put themselves in pretty damn good field position here, and now they have an opportunity to score. You're going to have to get yourself an onside kick, but this game, there's still a chance. Back to receive the punt is Amir Abdullah, and he's going to get taken down. He breaks a few tackles. And he goes down at the 43. Here we go. Come on, Raiders. I don't even know who that is. I don't even think there's a number 18 on the Raiders roster. Is that supposed to be Aiden O'Connell? Brian Hoyer's 7. So I don't know who that is. I don't know. Here comes the Raiders offense. 1:35 to go. 44-yard line. Garoppolo shotgun. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Bunch formation. Garoppolo looking. Throws. Middle. Another check down to Jacobs. Holy shit. A check down artist. Jacobs, 8 catches today for 38 yards.
Come on, McDaniels.
I mean, Jugs, you owe me a shot. 300 likes. I mean, this has just been just one after another and check down. I'll take this drink for Chugs. This one's for Jeremy. Garoppolo looking, throws, caught, Myers. 3rd down and 1, but you got to have some urgency here. Let's go. The clock continues to tick. 55, 54, 53, 52. What are we doing? 49, 48, 47. I mean, 15 seconds off the clock. Let's go. Garoppolo looking, still looking. Still looking down the field, deep. And Austin Hooper drops a wide open 30-yard throw. That would have set him up almost 1st and goal, and he dropped it. He wasn't even looking. It hit him in the back of the head. How is that possible? This is just brutal clock management by McDaniels and Garoppolo and just lack of concentration. Power I formation, fake handoff, Garoppolo looking. That's unbelievable. Garoppolo's hit, it's Buffalo's ball, and that's going to do it. This game, I hate this game. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's got to be the worst clock management I've ever seen. That's bad. Coming up tomorrow on our post-game reaction show, fire Josh McDaniels. Unbelievable. That's going to do it. The Raiders are going to take their final timeout. Raider Sancho says, fire Josh McDaniels. Unbelievable. The Raiders had opportunities, but when you turn the ball over 2 times and you miss a field goal, you're not going to beat the Bills at home. Raiders are going to fall to 1-1 on the season. Next live game here on the Raiders Report is going to be Tuesday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sunday Night Football, Raiders home opener. We hope to see you there. Raiders lose 21-7. Garoppolo's 2 interceptions and just way too many missed opportunities there by the Silver and Black. Unbelievable. That was a tough one to watch. Tough one to watch. However, if you're looking for more Raiders content every single day, don't be afraid. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, because anytime we drop a video here on the Raiders Report, guess what? I want you guys to be able to see it. When there's breaking news that happens, we're going to cover it for you. So when the Josh Jacobs stuff comes out, whether it's a contract extension, whether he signs the franchise tag, trade, holdout, whatever the hell it is, We got you covered. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications again so that way you never miss a video. The next time that I'm going to be live here on the show is going to be Tuesday. We'll do our normal Tuesday live, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. And we're going to cover the latest news, the latest rumors, and then the Raiders' Week 3 game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, nobody guessed the score correctly. I was hoping for a high score in the game, and I thought I was going to get it after that first drive. A lot of good defense, though, by Buffalo. The missed field goal, the 2 turnovers, that was rough. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, especially in the NFL, and even more especially in the game of Madden, you can't turn the ball over.
Yeah, that's an absolute backbreaker. Alex said you need to check the settings to see if they allow flags. They're on, guys. We don't correct anything. If you want to put yourself on screen, I got to tie my shoe real quick.
Oh, nice.
Chugs is responsible for all the settings.
I'll check it tonight.
Yep.
I'll check it to see.
There's no way they would have lost the Bills settings.
That was rough.
That is true.
Oh! John Scheffler! Bang! You know what? Scheffler's a big, I want to buy some time type of guy. So you know what, Jeremy? We're going to stay live for a little bit longer, okay? Let's stay live until 5:45.
All right.
Which is what? That's 25 minutes. We got a little bit of a battle going on with Knicks. I have no idea where we're at right now.
They are at.
I think they're at a lot.
So this is where we're at right now.
You know what, though, John? You've been a legend today, and we're going to extend the time here a little bit longer here for John and for the Raiders. I don't know where we're at. Unless you guys want me to leave right now, we can leave. Or we keep the party rolling. It's totally up to you. Totally up to you. Shout out to John Scheffler, though. He's going to get himself on the Boot Hall of Fame, which he has done multiple times. You guys are an hour behind. I don't know what that means. I don't see how we can be an hour behind on this type of show.
Yeah. And, honestly, they have some crazy guy over there. Their version of Raider On is going off.
Yeah.
So don't feel like this is a reflection of y'all. This is one dude who's been donating to the Knicks channel.
Hey, guys, we're killing it today. You guys are amazing.
We have a Mount Rushmore. They have a Washington Monument. It is what it is.
Hey, shout out to Mr. John Scheffler, which I got to pour one in here now for Mr. John.
Monsieur John.
Hey, Monsieur John. Yeah, he's donated 1.7 today.
Yeah, so really it's 1K to 2.4.
We're killing it, though. Hey, you guys, best in the biz. Drink the boot. All right, I'll make you guys an offer. Do I take down the boot right now? There's 2 beers in it, and we call it a day. Call it a Friday. Or do you want to keep the live show going? You can use hashtag Raiders. You can super chat, get the questions going. We can keep this Raiders Friday happy hour, or do we call it a weekend? What do you guys want?
What do you want?
That's up to them.
What do you want from me?
I'll tell you this. Gerald Davis says drink the boot. I'm going to knock down this 2-beer boot, and then we'll see how we feel.
Rebel said ask Borelli.
Ask Borelli. Hey, Borelli has been, him and John Scheffler right now are the 2 MVPs of today's show. So I think you can ask both of them.
What do you want?
I believe they have donated the exact same.
What do you want from me?
Borelli and Scheffler. Actually, Scheffler's got a little bit more. So, Scheffler, you're the MVP of today's show so far. What do you want? Venom says, Mitch, what's up with Jacobs? Hey, let's wait maybe. We get some more beers and that boot. All right? Sounds good to me. Which means we are this. I said every 100 that we get on today's show, I would put a beer in there. So we are about 36 away from putting another one in.
Instead, we're staying until 5:45.
I'm listening.
He's going to drink the boot at 5:40.
Okay. I like it.
Every 100 that we get collectively until then.
Collectively until then, we will add to the boot. I like that. I like that. So, again, we are 36 away from adding another one to the boot, just so you guys know exactly where we're at. I already got 2 in there right now. We got quite a bit more. Oh, man! John Scheffler! Bang! He says, we're going to try to fill that boot. This boot contains 6, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4, 5, but 6 boots, and Johnny Scheffler is out to play today. I'm a little bit nervous now. I am a little bit nervous with John Scheffler, who is one of the next up-and-coming Mount Raider More members. Him and Rebel are the next 2. This could get nuts. This could get nuts. I got to add him to the Boot Hall of Fame again. Again, we're on the Megalodon Boot Hall of Fame here, y'all. The Megalodon Boot Hall of Fame. Everybody say goodbye to Patrick B. Patrick, it's been real. Somebody said, I'll drink it from Venom. Hey, good luck. Hey, y'all, don't leave John hanging. I got to add another one here to the boot. We are 36 away from putting another one in there, which Chugs is going to get me more beers, just so y'all know. That's why I haven't poured another one in there. So I still got to add one more, and then that's how it's going to go. John, correct. That's how that ends up working out. Yeah, that's wild, John. Absolutely insane. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I mean, 6, I'll try. No matter what, if that boot's filled, I will do my best to take it down, as I always do. It's an absolute uphill battle. That I know. Shout out to the Lost Tens. If you want a shout out here on the Raiders Report, spam John Scheffler, who right now has put in the last 4 Super Chats on the Raiders Report. The last 4 Super Chats have come in from John Scheffler. I don't know what the record is for most consecutive Super Chats sent in by one guy. I mean, right now, John's going for it, though. He's going for it. All right, so this one, John, there is now 3 in here. What's amazing is that's 3. It's not. I think it's 3. No. Not really. How many's in here? This is 3, though, right? It does look like 4. I mean, mathematically, I don't think that this is 3 and then this is also 3. I mean, I'm going to fill it up, but this thing holds 6 beers. So did I miscount? I don't know. Roxy! Oh, that's so funny, Buddy Bear. That's freaking hilarious, man. Oh, that's funny as hell. Jeremy, also, I got a friendly reminder here for you. When somebody passes, now remember, when we do the gong, it's because somebody for an entire show passed 500. So just keep that in mind. Anytime something like that goes down, if we hit the gong, that means when somebody passes 500, we hit the gong. And I appreciate every time somebody likes to get a little bit wild here on the Raiders Report. And for the first time, well, I don't know if I'll have to do it, but this thing, I guess we're going to have to, let's see here. I just want to see. Sorry, am I showing you guys on screen? All right, so I think that's 4. Vedrak! I mean, that's 6. That's got to be 6. There's no way another beer's fitting in that. That's 6. Yeah, I miscounted. We're going to have to go back and look. There's just no way. There's no way. Dude, that's 6. I don't know how I'm going to do that. That's insane. Well, y'all, I got something to tell you. So Venthrak got the show going. Roxy, LBB's cat, Lord Buddy Bear's cat, which I love Buddy Bear. He's an incredible person. Venthrak says if the Raiders go 2 straight games without a penalty, I'll do a $1,000 super chat. You and me both. Wow. Well, here's the thing. Scheffler says check Venmo. And we got some big-time news here on the Raiders Report.
This one's coming in from
John Scheffler! Everybody spam John Scheffler! I hope they can hear us now. I hope they can hear us now. Ow, ow, ow! When you spend over $500 on the Raiders Report, we hit the Raiders Report gong. Shout out to John Scheffler.
And I know exactly why he did this.
Dude, Scheffler said, I'm not going to bed.
Well, no, I know exactly why he did this.
Scheffler said, you ain't leaving. Look at John Borelli showing love to Scheffler.
I know why he did this.
Shout out to Mr. Chef.
Chef's got 2 screens going.
Chef does. You think? He's cooking it up over there.
Because that number exactly ties us
Ooh.
with Knicks Now.
Wow, that's
He
interesting.
100% has the 2 screens going right now, and he said we're not letting this happen.
Venom said, damn, that gong is loud.
Also, 13 minutes to the Mitch boot.
Oh, man. I mean, I got to drink it now. I don't see how I can't put anything more in there. Like, I have a half a beer here.
These shots?
I have half a beer. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to pick this up. There's a lot of bodies over there.
Grim's dad!
What'd he say?
He said Scheffler gave 100 to Giants now, but they're on Knicks now, Krim.
Oh, that's funny. Yo, shout out to Roxy Venthrak and shout out to Raider Ryan, man. Scheffler right now is going for it. Scheffler is going for the MVP. Chef, I'll make you one more deal because the deal is 500 Venmo, okay? And Mount Raidermore is always about giving back. 200 Venmo, and we will do a Raiders Report jersey giveaway on the next live show that we do. So Tuesday, Raiders Steelers, we'll do like a raffle entry, so people have to send in whatever amount of super chats to enter.
John, what happened
it'll
is
be courtesy of John Scheffler.
Borelli, John Scheffler just went off, and now we're tied with Knicks now.
So if I always think, that's what Mount Raidermore does.
And then,
they donate jerseys.
So we said we're cutting off at 5:45. They said they're cutting off at 5:45.
All right, that means, dude, I got to take down this 6 beer.
Oh, actually, no. Okay. We're changing it. Cutoff is 6. That's when both screens are ending.
All right, 6 o'clock.
All
right, I'm going to tell you all this right now. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to have to go take a break. Pee break. This is going to be a monster.
All right, so we're going to cut off at 6. Whoever's losing at that point, you have to cut your stream off immediately and go do shot funds on the other stream.
Oh, dude. I don't know if I can
if we're losing at 6 o'clock, you're going to be seeing an end screen here on Raiders Report.
All right. I'm nervous. If I could do a shot fun over there, I might just throw up on Marsh. All right, Chuggy Bull. You're going to have to walk me through this one. This is 6 beers, I think. I don't even know at this point. I literally forget how much is in here.
Oh, dude. It is heavy.
Doing 3 is tough. I've already done 1 boot today. All right, y'all. I'm going to try to power through. We're going to take down Knicks now. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to do this boot real quick, and then we'll see where we go from there. Sound good?
Yeah, I'm just messaging Patrick right now.
Sounds good. All right, I'm going to take a breath. How long is it going to take me to do 6 happy dads? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm hoping for.
Oh, well, we don't need this countdown anymore.
Yeah, we don't need the
Or
countdown.
actually,
Go until 6. Say the battle ends at 6. So that's what we're going till. Now, they got, like I said, y'all, they got some crazy mother effer over there. They got their version of Raider Ron, which I don't know how that's going to go, but hey, I'm always down for a battle. Somebody said 40 seconds. If I can get this down in under 5 minutes, I'll be happy. Like, I know I can do 3 and 20. Yeah, I might be able to do 2 minutes. 2 minutes is going to be tough. It's tough.
I did it once where I chugged it. And it took me...
It took you how
Marshall
long?
just yelled, buckle up, fellas.
Yeah, that's weird.
It took me 1 minute and 25 seconds.
1 minute 25?
Oh!
Wow.
Mitch!
What?
Venmo check!
Oh, it says Venmo Jack.
Oh.
So I should Venmo Jack. All right. I just did. Well, John Scheffler just said, hey, we're going to be doing a jersey giveaway on Tuesday. So I'm rocking a John Borelli right now. So on Tuesday, when the Raiders-Steelers watch party ends up going down here, that also means that we're going to end up doing a jersey giveaway courtesy of John Scheffler.
I don't want to give too much away, but I think somebody else might be vying for their position.
I'll tell you what, Scheffler is really going for Mount Raider more because
John
Scheffler! Bang! If you don't spam John Scheffler, you eat corn the long way. Wait, how'd that go?
I'm not doing it.
No! Shout out to John Scheffler!
Scheffler.
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 Chugs.
Scheffler.
Give shout outs to every single person spamming John Scheffler while I take down this boot.
Let's go. Chad Elridge.
My God, this
Juan
is heavy.
Hernandez. Raider J321. Jaime Alvarado Sr. Jinson Solaris. El Loco Uno, JP. Lost in Times, Zalesbo. Juan Hernandez, Tadashi K. Lord Body Bear. All spamming John Scheffler. Oh, yep. Sorry, Brett. I forgot a C. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. There we go. Brian Darr. John Borelli.
Just in case. Hang on.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Are you feeling it?
It's tough. I just want to be prepared.
Oh, he's feeling it. Steven69 said, shucks, I'm out of beer. Brian Darr, John Borelli, a Loco Uno, Drake. Youngers? Venom. He just love Sosa. All spamming it. And we have another super chat from Lord. Oh, we have a couple to get through. Vinthrak. If the Raiders go 2 straight games without a penalty in real life, I'll do a $1,000 super. Deal. I don't think it'll happen, but deal. Raider Ryan sending in $1. Thank you, Raider Ryan, for supporting the channel. And Lord Body Bear.
This is awful.
Sorry, Nation, working a lot and got into a video game. No, you're good, Lord Buddy Bear. Hey, it's July. We're doing Madden Sims right now. We're getting into video games. I was waiting 4 months to play. I'm still around, Nation. Hey, we know you are, Buddy Bear. We appreciate you supporting the channel. You're a real one. I appreciate it, man. Oh, wow. Mitch is almost done.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yep. He'll be right back. He is, he's feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Oh, no. I'm hearing some screaming over there. Oh, no. I just heard it. Yep. They just got a $500 Venmo. Oh, let me know. What team do you hate the most? Right now it's the Giants because that damn Knicks and Giants host is really effing us. What team do you hate the most? God. Knicks now just got a huge Venmo. I don't know if we'll be able to recover. I'm waiting for them to send me the message right now, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Yep. Just got it. Just got the message. Let me know, what team do you hate the most? As Mitch is down with the Porcelain Gods, you know what that means. Mitch is off screen. $20. And he is taking a shot for every 20. It was a good run. John Scheffler had us right there. We were up for a minute. But Knicks now just got some crazy MFer right now. What team do you hate the most? Let me know. As a super chat rolling in from, Alexandra Castillo. Welcome to the Raiders Report. She said the Rams is the team she hates the most. Interesting. I didn't know you hated the Rams the most. Very interesting. Big Rams hater. Hey, we're all good over here. We know who rules. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, Alex. Yep. F the Rams. Hey, Alex, we know who really runs LA, and it's not the Rams. It's not the Rams. Let me know, what team do you hate the most, as Knicks just got a huge bomb. Yep. Nope, I know. Knicks is getting wild. And like we said, hey, we made a deal with them. Whoever's losing at the end of this shot clock, you got to end your stream right there.
Hole in that toilet.
We actually got
That was
interesting super chat. I asked the audience, what team do you hate the most? And we got a super chat from, and this is in person.
Hey, that's my fiance. Shout out to Alex. You want to know the reason?
If I had to guess, probably like an ex.
Yep.
Oh, really? I had no clue.
Yeah, Alex is ex before me. He's not a great guy. Rams fan. So F the Rams.
Are there any good Rams fans?
No, there's probably not.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex.
I can't believe I guessed that right.
Yeah, I mean, it's also coming from a Cowboys fan, so it is what it is. Now, guys, I don't know how we always find ourselves in these super chat battles.
It's because we're the top dog.
I know. And
everybody's taking their shot at the top dog.
People always come for the top dog, and that's how it goes. So
it's like we're like the Warriors.
Are we?
Yeah.
Like
back-to-back champs.
The Nuggets now, I guess, right? Is that how it would go? Or maybe we're like, I'm not going to say the NFL team version of that, but.
Well, I was thinking, somebody who's had sustained success.
There's a lot of S's in that.
Sustained.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Mr. Krabs right now, he's feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Krabs is really feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. There's no doubt about that. What up, Raider Sancho? He said F the Rams. So, guys, I don't know what else I got to do here. Are we putting the bodies on the line? What do you guys want?
I would.
What do you guys want?
I would, but I got to get ready for that shot fun over there. I will say this. If we win, they're coming over here to do shot funs.
Yep.
And if we win, I'm doing a boot on the house.
If we win?
I'm doing a boot.
If we win, I'll do a boot. It's not going to be pretty. I'll tell you that. I can promise you that. It's not going to be pretty.
We're talking about drinking. What are you drinking right now?
Yeah, what are you sipping on? I've had just a plethora of Happy Dads over here.
John, they're lucky it's the middle of July and we cover the NFL.
John, don't worry. It's going to be, I'm going to say, in the middle of September or November, we're going to challenge them. We're going to challenge them. They just got a monster. What'd they get? What'd they do? They're going nuts over there.
Dude, I don't know if that's one or what, but
What?
check production.
I can't even see. Oh my God, he did. He did it. He did it.
I think this might be over.
So,
I never like to say it's over.
So guys, so you want to hear something crazy? So the largest super chat ever sent in was by Raider Ron, 3,500. Raider Ron sent in. Now the largest, and now Robert Rodriguez over on Knicks Now just broke that record.
Dude, I mean,
The largest Venmo ever sent in Raiders chat sports history.
You know what? We're not gonna put it up anymore.
Was by Raider Ron at 3,500.
Raider Ron just got dethroned. I
never thought I'd see it.
I literally never thought those were. Text Mount Raider Moore right now and let them know what just happened.
That's insane. I mean, that's nuts. Like, sometimes you got to tip your cap. You know what I mean? Like, that's a deep drive center field. It's a no-doubter, and then somebody just scales the wall and brings one in. I mean, that's nuts.
I mean, game recognized game. Like,
so Robert not only broke the record for the highest Venmo ever sent in, he also now has the record for chat sports for the most sent in a single live stream.
I never thought I would see the day where Raiders fans didn't own both those records.
That's nuts. Jaime said for the Knicks. Yes, for the Knicks. 3,600. I mean, guys, like,
I got to take a dig at Marsh.
That's nuts. Yeah, I mean, that's incredible.
Great.
I'm with Trace.
Trace. Oh my God.
Where's Tyler Jones?
Yeah, he left at 5:30.
It's unbelievable. That's
Bows and toes.
That's you got to tip your cap, man.
I mean, we got men running around. We got men and dolphins. Drinks are flying outside.
Where is everybody? I mean, seriously, there's nobody out there. Trace is going insane.
This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Everybody's house is in there. Everybody.
Get in there right now. I mean,
well, hey,
guys, this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to be real with y'all.
We're going to end the stream.
I'm going to head out now. I'm going to hop on over to Knicks. We're going to do a shot fun battle.
Race.
Official statement.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, game recognized game.
You got to tip your cap. I mean, that's impressive.
Is Mount Raider Moore going to step up? Or?
I mean, we're in July.
I will never not, like, as long as we got Raider Ron, I'll always bet on Raider Ron.
Dude, do you have the Knicks pulled up?
No.
Here, let me.
I mean, that guy, he dropped today. He dropped today close to 5,500.
Even though it's another channel,
like, you got to tip your cap. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to throw the link to their live in here so everybody can join us over there because this is nuts what's going on over there. I mean, like I said, game recognized game.
Yeah, I'm going to head on over to the Knicks channel. I'm going to knock back a shot fun race. I never thought I would see the day that somebody would beat Raider Ron's, not only his highest Venmo.
Lord Buddy Bear, don't need the link, already subbed.
Yeah, we're going to hop on over there. We're going to drink a little bit. I mean, you got to tip your cap.
Hey, like I said, game recognized game. This is no black mark on Raider Nation, though.
I mean, you guys got to understand, like,
We-
this is their first loss, which is okay.
We held with a channel that's in the mid of their off-season stuff. Like, they just had the draft. They have Summer League. Like, it's just wild.
I mean, I'll say this. We were probably, 45-1 now? I look forward to Raider Ron retaking his throne back. Like, somebody's got to do it. And if it belongs to the Knicks, it is what it is. So, hey, Jeremy Jugs and I, we lost the bet. We got to go over there, and we got to go pay up. So,
Hey,
I
it's
love
been
all
real,
y'all.
everybody.
And we're going to keep the weekend going in the right direction. So, peace out, y'all.
Oh
Peace
my
out.
God.
We're heading over right now to Knicks. So if you want to watch Jugs and I drink with some Knicks fans, that's where we're going to go right now. Peace out to everyone. I love every single one of y'all. Shout out to John Scheffler for being an absolute freaking legend. Peace out. We'll see you guys live again here on the Raiders Report on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're out.